Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is a Saturday. It is time for our Starblade Battalion crew to have their Season 2 finale. It is indeed going to be a great time. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel. I hope you all are ready for some fun and drama and all good things, right? All good things. So why don't we start with, to my left on the overlay. I can know my right from my left. My left on the overlay with Lynn. Hello, Lynn. How are you doing? How's life going for you?
I'm busy, but I am super glad to be back and see what happens when we crash another wedding. Hopefully, it's probably gonna go about the same, but we'll see.
We shall see. I should actually see if we can figure that out. Maybe add a poll and find out if what the over/under odds on how you do crash in this wedding are. Who are you playing though, Lynn?
I am playing Vantage Lightning Moraine, she, her.
Yes, indeed. And then directly below you on the overlay is Eddie. Hello, Eddie. How you doing? How's life going? How's the world?
Oh, things are generally going well. I'm, finally getting over allergy season, so thank goodness for that. Yes. But yeah, I'm excited to see what chaos comes about this wedding. The last time I seem to recall this crew ended up at a wedding. I almost got what's the word? Not pet. It's like, oh gosh, there's a word for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's when your dad tries to kill you or something like that.
Filiicide.
Words. Filiicide. Thank you. I knew you would know.
I was just going to go with the shorter version, which was stabbed.
It's true, but specifics are key in a story. So yeah, very excited to see who tries to stab me this time.
All right. And who are you playing though, Eddie?
Oh yes, I mean if you don't know this at this point, the wild gun, the ace pilot, Rowan Rex Rossi, who's still mad at death.
A great transition to PB. Hey PB, how are you? How's life going?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I feel like that's a transition for all of us at this point.
True. Hi, I'm doing well. I'm excited to attend, hopefully, the final wedding that we ever get invited to. I'm playing Calix Leo Mitri of the Mitri twins, and I am also still very angry at death.
Very angry, which leads to the person that apparently that 2/3 of the rest of the crew.
Still angry at death.
Okay, so three for three universal anger at death leaves us to Pope. Hi, Pope. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm very happy to be here. I play. Let's see here. Adam Wingfield. No, that's not right. Death. No, that's close. Pale Rider, maybe. The Mythos.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, no. We're having a time.
It is
as a long and sordid history is becoming known, and all the tea is being spilled. But we're going to try and keep some of the tea from spilling today. Whether we succeed or not, whether we live or die or not, whether there's explosions or not, remains to be seen.
Yeah, that's true. I can't guarantee any of the above. That's not my job. My job is to be here and put things in your path for which you can interact. Because the world is living. And right now, our living world for the four of you is a dropship on its way to Zanzibar after having left the Forge system and the planet of Hammersmith. It has been a couple days, or closer to a week. You're almost there. You know that the wedding will be in about 2 days from when you arrive. It is a planned wedding between Vantage and Lightning and Rex's eldest brother Xavier, and another person called Virgil Freeman. Supposedly, this wedding is to finally cement the merger unification of Soligen and Frontier Armaments. We'll see what happens. Last we knew, certain people had made reference to the fact that Virgil wasn't going to show for this wedding. Whether he does or not is we don't know yet. We don't know. But the wedding is being held on Zanzibar, or at least in on one of the islands on Zanzibar. It is a very beautiful Southeast Asian style resort. Somebody spent some time modeling old Thai resorts from the pre-corporate wars era. Beautiful buildings, artful landscaping, beautiful weather, all of it climate controlled and protected by, the corps that own it. You all have been, well, Duncan has managed to achieve for you invitations to this wedding. You apparently are now on the guest list for the wedding. That's what happens when you're slightly above middle management at Soligen. He got you in. It's fine. There is Delaney has been your pilot. Very calm, but there's been tight quarters on what basically amounts to a C-130 for a week and a half. So this leads to my next question for all of you. How have you been spending this week in transport? Why don't we start with Adam?
There has been a change.
Oh, look, another one.
I'm guessing Duncan hasn't been able to get off this ship yet.
No, he's coming with you to the wedding. He is an officer of Soligen, and technically he's the one who knows who the contact is for the buyer. For the list.
There's been a lot of sword fighting.
Yes, there has. Duncan has gotten his butt kicked significantly, which you would have noticed.
I can't tell if I'm too angry or if he's too slow.
You could roll and find out.
No, I'm going to leave the guessing. Because the other thing that's been happening is a significant amount of booze has somehow been found aboard the Pale Horse and is being drunk this entire week. Significant amounts of mead and cognac. Everyone's invited.
Apparently we've repressurized the cargo bay for this purposes. I can see that. You would actually need to have the space to have these sword fights, because traditionally, troop sections of this transport would have been, dropship would not have been enough room for the two of you to engage in.
The repressurizing happened after two sword fights that weren't pressurized.
Yeah. Delaney got annoyed. She fixed it.
Were these like real swords or play swords?
These were real swords.
Okay.
Duncan has a very nice, very beautiful ivory-handled katana. His form. Rex, roll me fencing.
Let's see. I have blade that might also.
I believe that's.
Yeah, that could work. But I mean, I thought fencing was also a skill in this game. Hold on.
It is, but I'm like very skilled in blade versus
Okay.
fencing.
Oh
So
no,
that's why I was offering
that for the purposes of this, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Okay. Apologies. There's noises. Let's see. Yeah. Just gonna go ahead and roll straight. 18.
With an 18, you can tell that the blade is a live blade, an antique. Well cared for, well maintained. And Duncan is very good. Master level. You probably could learn a couple things from watching him.
Yeah, and I've got that mono sword that's like a family heirloom.
Mm-hmm.
So do I imagine? Yeah, so I think Rex, while still annoyed at death, would probably be watching Duncan from, because they're basically in the cargo area that our mechs are in, correct?
Yeah, because this is where
Yeah.
the transport for the mechs, yeah.
Okay. So then Rex would probably be like hanging out in the Raptor Eye, or like on the head of the Raptor Eye, just like looking down and watching the duels and kind of like itching to join.
If you've been observing, you will notice that Death cheats.
Doesn't surprise Rex in any way, shape, or form.
I, as an individual, feel that that's a categorization. There's no cheating if you're fighting for your life. It's just
That's
he
true.
doesn't fight. So
He
I think
doesn't.
that's
There's not like there's like rules of engagement type
Yeah.
of thought versus no, you fight to win.
yeah. Death
yeah.
fights to win.
Right. So I think Rex has probably seen his fighting style in either mech combat or in other forms of how Death is played. So like not super surprised, but maybe this is like a new form that they see it in.
With that 18, you would recognize that while Death is a little flexible, Duncan is less so. And I mean that in all definitions of the term flexible.
Got it. Okay. So like a rigid forms, more strength and like foundation.
Oh yeah, no, like Duncan is significantly stronger.
Duncan is also what, like 6 inches taller? No, not that tall. Not that much taller. A couple inches. He's a couple inches
taller and broader.
He's taller and broader, and he's a couple inches taller. It looks more than it is because he's also significantly broader, and he stands with a straighter posture. He also, when he fights, is a much more, not rigid in the sense that he, when you're fighting, you have to have some sort of fluidity to have the fight going and, not lose. But he is much more rigid in his maintaining his forms, right? It's the difference of being clean and crisp and always, right. You can see which fighting style and which, if we're going to use the term, comparison to other things, it's like you can see exactly which types of katas he's using and how they fit together, and they're very clean and very, very precise. Death is not like that. It's like, ooh.
Death is more scrappy, whereas Duncan is like, years of training and regular practice.
Yes. However, it has been surprising that Duncan is losing more fights than he's winning. But that leads us to a very good transition. Leo, what are you doing in this week and a half?
Abjectly just avoiding. It's avoiding the word. Ignoring. I feel like more ignoring and death and whatever sword fighting is going on over there. Leo is mostly finally sitting down and looking over business things, looking over the numbers and, you know, all the boring things that she's been avoiding doing for the past year, 10, you know? Finally getting around to it, downtime. Um, that is what Calix is doing. Just going over all the business things, especially after this whole debacle of what's his face trying to sue me, and also just saying where Lorian might have, be having some influence at all, if any at all, in more recent reports. Although, it's only like what, a week we're on the ship, so I'm not gonna get super far, but I'm gonna start looking.
In that case, could you roll me either you could roll me an intelligence skill, and different ones will get you different information. This is where I'm almost sad that we don't have business as a skill that we have in Witcher and in Cyberpunk.
I don't know what anything. Does any?
I mean, like, I would almost go with, you could go with awareness notice as you're intentionally going through the documents, trying to see if you can notice where there's influence of other people involved. I would let that happen.
I like that.
Oof, 21. You know and have seen previously the fact that Lorian has been buying up shares, and you gave counter orders to, like, kind of stop the sale of shares, kind of buy back what you could, to try and mitigate his purchase. You can also notice that there are a number of other, what we call, so this is where I get to be very interesting and talk about business and shareholding for a couple of minutes, and things that actually I know a lot about because I took BizOrgs this semester in law school. So you start to see that there are now a number of individuals who are what are called placeholder or proxy holder investors, that are all at the 4 to 8% mark. And I mean, like, there are 6 or 7 of these. They are not enough individually to mitigate you as a majority shareholder.
Yeah.
With your 51%. But it's also enough that anybody over 4%, owning individually over 4% of a share, 4% of shares of a corporation, are kind of seen are what we call activist shareholders. No, they're not good people yet. They are just activists, as in they are active and they are considered not necessarily a small fish, but they have a voice at the table and that they can force things to happen and can call for votes. Together you can see that but all of these are proxy held. The proxies are held by the names are all different, but they're all lawyers, and they're all lawyers from Earth. Specifically, not just Earth sphere, but European Earth lawyers. France, Germany, 2 in Italy, and France, Germany, 2 in Italy. Oh wait, where's my notes? 1 in Spain and 1 in England. England, not the UK. Specifically London. And with a 21, you will notice that you can trace each of these lawyers to a number of other corporations throughout Earthsphere as proxy attorneys for shareholders that are very active. Also, Leo, you went to school, you did study business.
Whether I liked it or not, absolutely.
Whether you liked it or not. I will say with a 21, I will give you a +2, but I need a secondary roll from you for this next point.
Okay.
And that will be probably strategy here. It's not a war strategy, but, you know.
Like intelligence strategy.
Yeah. Or like a business strategy. 17. That's really good. That actually will help. You will know that anything over 8% of the shares, the individual shareholder has to be, is legally required to be publicly identified.
Oh. Okay.
But if they're less than that, they don't have to. You know, it's like a certain person who will fail to make a purchase in this weekend because they screwed things up, but that certain person didn't have to file their identity as a purchaser of a certain number of shares until they reached the 9.5% mark.
Okay. So the entire time I'll just be writing off on the side of whatever advanced OneNote-ish technology exists.
Mm-hmm.
Leo has bought Adobe PDF or Adobe Reader, so I can write notes on all of this. So just like off on the side, I'm just writing a bunch of notes, just like circling certain names and decisions and just linking things together. Off to the side to later when I get off of this to talk with Alex as she is the other major shareholder of this company and talking about it all and seeing where we want to direct our attention on the company, with my suggestion being a little bit more aggressive, but I'm sure Alex will be a little bit more calm about what we decide to do when we have free time again. But that being said, before we get off at the end of this at this thing, I will send the whole document over to Alex with a CC over towards our lawyer, or like our good lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
To see if they have any recommendations based off of maybe being buddies with some of them, so
Lawyers do talk to each other.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm gonna be doing this week. So like I'll begrudgingly start, I'll sit there with my data pad and be just mumbling I don't want to do this, or stupid business shit should have been left to Alex, fuck this stupid death and making all this noise. And then like at about like the fourth away mark, I start like seeing it becomes interesting. Because I start noticing all these you know, all these individuals, and I'm just like, And then so by the end of the trip, I'm like very just like zoned in on what I'm doing. So like whatever may happen in the background, any rambunctious loud noises just don't exist. I'm just zeroed in on what I'm doing the entire time.
Lightning. Hey. What you've been spending this week doing? Week and a half.
Well, I think coming up from last session, she did get that message from, I think it was Adriana, right?
No, you got the message from your brother Corin.
Or from brother Corin. Okay.
That Adriana stabbed him.
Okay. Yeah.
And to not trust anybody except Xavier.
Yeah. I think she will definitely, like, this the first chance she gets, she'll pass it on to Rex. This is more internal, like, spycraft stuff might be more accurate for what's happening here. I think she'll talk, I think, at the same time as maybe the sword fight's going on between Death and...
I can totally see you like using the hook to come up and just like chilling with us, or chilling with me, like maybe sharing a drink or something while we watch.
Yeah. So what's your take on all this?
Well, we've definitely got ourselves into something here.
Or specifically, Mom and Dad did, and this is all... Now we just
by
have to figure
association.
out which one of brothers and sisters are with them and which aren't. Fun.
Well, it's definitely... Did we ever determine if Corin, the unresponsive sibling, was at all related to the Corin that Death knows?
Yeah, they're spelled differently, and
okay. I mean, being spelled differently doesn't necessarily mean that they're not. That could just be a facade.
Everybody saw the person that Death had met in the casino.
And that was Corin?
Yes. And
Okay,
Lightning would say that that's not her brother.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already another person that looks like Corin, so I mean,
that's true.
One of the two sets of twins in the family. That's also...
I am worried that Corin might be involved in this, and somehow, just simply because they were the most quiet.
Yeah, I would. That's true. I mean, none of them. I've been out of contact with them. I don't know either way. I didn't even know that Xavier was with all this. So, what my feelings are toward any of them, it doesn't really matter, does it? At this point, to which ones?
No, unfortunately, where we are is chasing a bigger plan, movement that the web is still unclear. And what was the information that you were just coming with? Just player knowledge. Is that what you were talking to me about?
Yeah, like that. What was it? Adriana stabbed Corin. I think that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Adriana stabbed Corin, second oldest. Okay. I'm like trying to look over my notes furiously. And
there, yeah, I have to look at the. I'm glad there's document with all of them on there with like what I think of them, because there's so.
I know, the web is thick.
Yeah.
Well, stabbing seems to run in the family. So,
well, I mean, speaking of that, what should we do if we run across them again? I assume it's going to be the same thing, probably.
Fire body armor.
Do we have that here?
I mean, I was able to acquire it before the the previous wedding. That was one reason why it was less impactful, but
Well, at least he'll be going in knowing what to expect, and that there will probably be a stabbing. That's something. I get. That's one bright spot of all this.
I think expecting the worst case scenario is certainly
Should we try
in
and
our
take
best
them,
interest.
Should we try and take them in if we have the chat?
Depends on who. As we've seen with death, they can tend to be pretty hard to take down.
All the money certainly will not help things.
Yes, and all the androids as well. We don't even know if they're going to be the true persons or a copy.
Oh, that's true.
Androids are
So-
notoriously hard to kill.
I guess the solution for this whole situation is keep an eye
Play-
on everyone and play it as we see it, I guess, right?
Be cautious, prepare for the worst, and try to stay alive.
Well, it's worked so far. I don't know
I've only been
if
burned once, so I feel like I'm winning out for the most part.
I don't know if Xavier's gonna develop some sort of complex over being stolen from two weddings. Oh, maybe Death and Xavier can have one of those scenes where it's like I object and like they'll marry each other instead. I don't know.
Ooh, classic.
That would piss off Mom and Dad. Probably.
Which, Dad, I'm not sure where he's at these days, but Mom, she seemed against what happened. Either way.
Frustrating. Speaking of that,
I think I like
we didn't
raise
have
a
a chance. We didn't
Oh.
have a chance to, so she'll take out her class sword while they're busy, because I don't want either of them looking at oh, that's bad form. I'm a hired murderer. Blah 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 blah. Young kid. Blah 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 blah. Should do this. Plus, you need a little bit of the exercise. Gotta keep those joints in action. Being as old as you are.
Who are you calling old? I see how it is.
I mean, you're old if you
Young-
get offended by it. So why
Young
don't you,
Padawan. Very well, let me put you in your place. And gives them a nice shoulder punch, grabbing their sword, and kind of when they finish their duel below, does a flourishing jump down with the assist, kind of like what they did, that really crazy move they did one time, jump down and just gesture to you with the fingers. Kind of like a Morpheus versus Neo moment.
Yeah. She knows.
Show me what you have.
Yeah.
What you've learned.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just for my edification and because I want to see this, can I have you both roll Blade? And you can't add you can't add any luck to it because it's.
I'm afraid to, because it's oh, here comes a fight. You spent all your luck in a vanity duel with your brother.
but you can't spend luck on PvP.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
That is my one
okay.
channel rule, my one game rule as a GM is you can't spend luck on a PvP move because you're already special.
Can
Oh shit.
wait. There's fencing. Can we play fence?
You can use fencing or
Fencing
blades,
or
whichever
blade.
one you wish. I
Alright.
mean, they're kind of the same.
Okay. We'll see. All right.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Wait, how are you adding a +12?
She has godlike
She's
reflexes.
fast.
She actually.
Wait,
she got a bonus to her reflex roll in character creation.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I need to roll 1d10. Wow.
Oh my.
So a 5. So what I think happens is, the way this works is you turn around, you've dropped and you've turned around to kind of gesture to her to come down. And there's this perfect moment of where Lightning takes advantage of the fact that she has the high ground. And we'll just see this beautiful overhand flip to land behind Rex and then takes him out. And like just sweeps his leg moment and put with her blade ending at his throat and goes, 1 to me.
You've gotten quicker.
Do you think the call sign was for the mech?
Yeah. So I think that's how it starts, but we'll
You'll
see how it
feel
goes.
Yeah. It's a very friendly work in progress.
Sure. There's just the
don't worry, you
narrative.
probably-
Considering like the first time we battled, it was definitely a very much one-sided game. But I love it.
Rex, aside from watching fights and training with Lightning, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think to Lightning's point, Rex would be trying to piece together the puzzles and identify targets and information, kind of doing a little bit of spycraft before they get there. I don't know exactly what's available to me in terms of what I can do to accomplish that in our...
I mean, it's going to be,
tin
what are
cans,
you
but-
looking for?
Yeah, so I'm trying to look for probably like maybe last minute additions to the wedding attendee list, or
So
like maybe like things that would maybe go unnoticed.
okay, so I just want to
lead.
understand your underlying goal.
Right,
Like, are you just
intent.
watching to see what's there, or are you watching to see if you can find something out? Because that's two different roles.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find an edge to understand what we're coming up against.
Okay, so you want general information about the event. You're not looking for something in particular.
So, I mean, with the context that we have of there are androids in play, there are, some pretty powerful cyborg or cybernetic enhanced individuals in play. And there's definitely some like deep spycraft and deep cover situations going on as well. That's kind of the context I'm playing at, trying to see if I can spot something that would go unnoticed.
Okay.
But yes, the intent is to find out, get an edge of, if there is who I should be looking out for, or what I should be looking out for.
Yeah, but it's about general event stuff, not something in particular. It's about specifically focusing on what's going on with this event, who's there, all of this kind of stuff.
Right.
But
Yeah.
rather than, I know that X is happening, I need to find it in this field.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, it would be tactics, or if you have expertise in spycraft.
I do not have spycraft specifically. I have security systems. I do have expertise in tactics. It's not super high. My tactics is 11 versus my expertise is 8.
In this case, it's going to be tactics, or,
Okay.
because it's not security systems. You're not looking
Right.
at the security system. You're looking at the overall picture.
Okay, and I'm actually gonna dump a few points of luck. 22.
22 is a very nice roll. You see that this guest as you're watching, and Duncan, because of who he is and what he represents, as in a high-ranking member of Soligen who's been invited to this wedding as both a wedding attendee, but also like a VIP kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He can get you further access to things like the guest list or who's, where's the event. He can get you pictures of what the event space looks like.
Yeah.
It's a really very gorgeous resort. Very traditional styling of buildings from styled on Thai resorts that from the earlier pre-corporate war period. Lots of very modified traditional Thai buildings with blue water, palm trees, luxurious pools, everything kind of calm, relaxed, pleasant. There's a very famous spa there. It's a really, really nice spa. Like, really nice.
Massage is a common feature. As with any...
It's also a full day spa. You can do more than just a massage here.
No, I know, but like Thailand is known for its massage.
This is true.
Like, yeah.
Thailand is fun. But it's so he gets you like the general layout of the resort. The Soligen and Frontier Armaments have bought out this resort for this week. No one else is supposed to be there. This is everyone who's coming is going to be an attendee of this event. There are a large number of people. Like, rumor has it that there's certain indications that you can see based on that 22 that the board of directors themselves are attending this wedding. All of them. That there is a shift happening. Doesn't seem to be based on like what information Duncan can get you or what you can get. There doesn't seem to be like you kind of get the seating chart you kind of see in advance for the reception, and there's definitely a bunch of people who are on the list to attend this event, to attend the reception, but not on the list to attend the wedding itself. Reception is much bigger than the wedding. It's going to be beachside. It's, kind of be cute, and one of the little lagoons off to the side, and, little arch and all of these things. But the reception is going to be held in a much bigger ballroom space. There doesn't seem to be a head table set up for like a bridal party. And most of the tables seem very small, and there are a number of other smaller like ballrooms and meeting rooms that have been reserved for various meetings, and bridal party events that kind of give the impression that this is definitely
more than just a wedding.
More than just a wedding.
Yeah.
You notice that the on-site security that's listed, each of the directors is going to have their own bodyguard, is listed as a member of the guest list. But it doesn't seem like there doesn't seem to be the expectation that they're going to have the
a full squad or something.
Like a full squad. Like each of them is like the resort itself, or more accurately, the Moraines as the groom's family are taking over security for everyone, which means Soligen is taking over security for everyone. But each of the, a bunch of people have their own personal bodyguards. Those are being accepted. Weapons are being... There's a couple memos you see from the security that definitely give the impression that there will be a heavy presence of confiscation of weapons prior to the event.
Okay.
And you do, there are a number of other people that are showing up, but it's not, like, none of the, what you would call social influencers have been invited to this wedding. It's all corporate business folks or family members from either the Freeman or the Moraine family. But you're not getting things like movie stars or major
So it's kind of like,
pop stars or anything like that.
so it's really only corporate or family invitations would be a way to describe it, maybe. Okay. Okay. Yeah, are there any like key figures that to be aware of in the corporations that maybe have like
Yes.
have intentions of causing
Have intentions of causing problems? No, but
not necessarily
but
that might like have ties to like Luca or in like a or the Circle. I think it was the Circle?
Circle, but yeah.
Or suspected ties.
Suspected ties to the Circle. You can't see anybody like that that's here.
Okay.
There isn't even like none of the social people that you expect at this event are here. Anson Rydecker himself is making an appearance, which is strange because he's the head of the current president of the board of directors. But he's also the director of Hammersmith, which has always been entertaining that Hammersmith is the head of the board and not Barnabas Richter, who is the head of Soligen. He has some... Wait, am I missing somebody? Yes, I'm missing Barnabas Richter. You want Barnabas. Here we go, Barnabas. Okay. And that's everybody. All of the members of the board of directors are in attendance. There are a number of other individuals who are here, but they all seem to have strong ties to... you can definitely trace them to having strong ties to either Frontier Armaments or Soligen. The person here who doesn't have a strong tie to Frontier... the most striking person who isn't here is Cassandra Colt. As the heiress and majority shareholder of Frontier Armaments, she's not here. But she's off at, another fundraiser event for Earthsphere and...
Okay. 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 Yeah, I think that's what Rex is going to be doing. If I come up with any other questions,
Okay.
Maybe I'll follow up.
Do I have any questions from anyone else? Anyone else looking into information in this week?
Too busy getting ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
If someone wants to share information with me, I might look into something, but otherwise it's it's drinking and fighting.
Yep.
I might just inquire to Duncan if he has any insight on my company and anybody trying to do anything that he may know about to just save me some time on research.
Duncan doesn't. I mean, he doesn't know enough about... If you asked him questions about corp-space corporations, he could probably answer, but he's not a board of directors member of a major of a major corporation, so he doesn't know enough about he wouldn't know enough about Earthsphere corporations to get into that. And he doesn't particularly... If you talk to him, roll me human perception.
Ooh, I just know that's going to be a good roll.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yep, this is going to be a good roll. Let's do it. 7.
Which is actually all you needed. You can tell with that that Duncan is a very intelligent, very strategic individual, and when you hand him everything that you found, he can trace things and see in it. But he is not in any way, shape, or form duplicitous or actually business oriented in any way. Like, you can tell that he's good at making investments, but that's about projecting and numbers, not about the cutthroat actual aspirations of a corporation. He does not have a corp-minded he is not a corp-minded individual.
Ironic. Okay. Yeah, I just, off chance.
But the days kind of bleed together. Space is empty. It's quiet. You are 10 hours out from making landfall. Delaney will inform you that, hey y'all, we about to land here. You may make yourselves ready and personalized and personable and everything. There's some heavy traffic up front here, but I promise to get you on the ground right quick and in a hurry. Who's in charge of, like, ground clearance and all that good stuff? Because it ain't gonna be me, sugar.
Duncan, you want to take this, or do we want to announce things?
Yeah, I'm of the mind that we keep it somewhat low key to start.
Okay. So, not a repeat of Hammersmith, got it.
Yes.
You're gonna repeat Hammersmith. At least wait until we're in orbit.
Fair. That's fair. Sure. Let's do this. So, while we're definitely have Duncan on board, we can also claim to be friends of Virgil.
You can.
Yes, we can.
What does that net us? I'm trying to remember what it is.
A very particular kind of attention.
Got it.
It would net you, without having to roll, the fact that you guys could land without having to say that you're a Moraine family, without identifying yourselves, but still be identified as members of the other groom's family.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
This will at least get us in the place. I don't know, like once
Without all the alarms blaring, at least to start with.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So you're going to use Duncan's codes to get through ground flight control, and then use your announce that the party arriving is with the Freeman.
Yes, the Freemans. Virgil's an old friend.
All right, then we'll make sure you land right quick and in a hurry. Hey y'all, make sure everything back down. There's some really weird, choppy weather. Hold on to something.
Great.
Yeah, strapped in. Probably, actually, yeah, strapped in. Not gonna get into the Raptor or anything like that. Although the gravity, that'd be fun. Anyway, sorry.
We could get into the Raptor and get ready.
It's true. I don't know if I'm gonna like deploy the Raptor or anything like that. That'd be pretty loud announcement.
You told me subtle.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was more just like saying I was going to be in there because it's got the gravimetrics, so kind of like, or
That
I
energy
think
signature
it's-
is going to pop on their defense systems. You know that.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so just
So just strap it in.
Just strap it. Yep.
The flight down to the landing pad at the space at the next to the resort spaceport, because it's that kind of private island resort, is choppy. And I mean that in a, you're not used to feeling turbulence in a vehicle like this. It has flight stabilizers. It has really good vertical lift and transition stabilizers. It is also designed to fly in both in space and in atmo. It feels like you're flying it through the worst turbulence storm ever.
This reminds me of France. I don't like this.
Duncan is a little
it's
green
France.
looking at the moment.
Hand him a piece of gum. That's right. We didn't do the paratrooper thing.
Mm-mm. Medics.
Ah.
Always medics.
Yeah, so like to get a sense of how rough it is, like is there like a physical shaking of the vessel? Okay.
You actual, like, Delaney will come back on the comms and say, y'all better be buckled up in there. We are about to hit some turbulence, and you might want to, hold on to your lunch. If you throw up, please do so in a respectable, don't make me clean this shit up.
Roger that.
So, actually, I need everybody to make me a roll, please.
Oh, dear.
Boy.
Time for vanity.
Yes, indeedy.
Endurance.
No, I need reflexes 0G from each of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Where the? Oh.
It's under
0G.
reflexes non-combat. It's the very last
okay.
one.
Cool.
All right. Oh, all right. There we go. Wow, it's been all cool. Do I? No.
15.
That's definitely not gonna be a good.
16.
Where are you?
8.
Oh.
Oh, that.
So it's the very bottom of the reflexes collection.
Oh,
The
the
non-combat.
Non-combat.
Okay, there
Yeah.
we go. All right, there we go.
Oh, all right.
So only Leo will feel a desire to lose their lunch. And only Leo is going to take a... Yeah, you have a really bad headache. It's going to be bad. You're going to take a -2 ongoing and for like the next half hour, hour after you land. It's that bad.
This is 0. Are we in 0G?
No, it just
Okay.
feels like that kind of...
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting
So
lifted
say-
up
Okay,
and like
so-
you get that like
I was gonna say,
sudden
like,
drop
zero-
situation.
So NASA has a thing they call the vomit comet
Yeah.
Yeah.
to simulate 0G.
Yeah, because upsets
That's
coming
essentially- you're
in
essentially-
0G is everyone's problem. That's what I was asking.
You're dropping like a rock, basically, at like a certain angle.
Yeah.
The going to the rumors, one of Watcher's way back when was that he slept better in 0G.
Oh. Interesting.
But yeah,
There we
it's that's what it feels like. And it will take a little bit for Delaney to maneuver the vessel and finally, if I'm gonna call it out and y'all can at me, it's fine. For those of you who have done so, it feels like a Qantas landing. And for those, and Lynn knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's a 757 that skips down the runway on a landing.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, those aren't.
And you're like, put the brakes on, lower the flaps. And it kind of finally settles, which is real awkward because it should just be a straight vertical drop once you get into landing. And but there's something going on there that causes it to.
It's good wedding weather.
Yeah, right.
It's like, beautiful and sunny.
Oh.
It's gorgeous.
What?
And a very pleasant, balmy 82 degrees with a nice slight breeze, no humidity. It's Hawaii weather.
But so the upper atmosphere was like this or something like that? Oh, interesting. What are you up to?
Vacation planning is haunted.
R&R is always cursed. All right.
It's like once we're like secure, just Delaney?
Yeah, that was really not fun. I don't want to do that again. Somebody messing with my shit. Y'all, I'm gonna fix this.
Is it because of the pressurization, or is this...
No, that's not a problem. I fixed that before y'all come. No, I know how to fly my bird. Just somebody messing with my shit.
Bandage was about to say, like, is there anything wrong with the ship? And then she was like, nope, not gonna ask that question.
Rex, you want to check the electronic security for the dropship?
Yes. I'm wondering if we were hacked?
Well, while in descent?
Yeah, I guess what would be the best for that?
Electronic warfare.
Oh. What do I have? Or is that tech ability?
Yep.
I don't see electronic.
Or is it intelligence?
Intelligence.
It's intelligence. It's electronic warfare. Is underneath disguise.
Oh.
It's not my best skill, but yeah, I only got a 9.
Doesn't seem like it. There's no obvious breaches, nothing that you would at all be able to say was,
What if I could I tie that with a security systems check to see if there was a breach in our security system?
Yeah, it would just be a straight roll on your security system.
Okay. 15.
Nothing that you see. There's
I'm not
nothing
seeing
there.
anything. That is curious. Look, keep that in mind. We're on the planet, so we're okay, but that apparently we garnered some attention that was unintended.
That or something was attached to the ship.
Yeah. Let's do a post-flight check.
Yeah. Between previous things were, stealth lampreys or things, tied to a vessel, my paranoia is happening.
Yeah, it's like if we weren't already paranoid, we're now triply on edge. Yeah. Okay, so question. Have any other ships like I think would it be possible to do like a post-flight check where we check in and ask if others had experienced similar turbulence?
Not and remain on the ship.
No, I'm saying I would be departing the ship.
Yeah, I mean, Delaney will tell you, I have to move because they're. Delaney's next comment is, y'all need to get yourselves off of here because they're waving me off. This is the valet apparently, and I need to go park somewhere. But I'm gonna take this apart and see what the hell is going on with my vessel because somebody done touched something and I don't like it. Y'all didn't touch nothing, right?
No. Yes. Go do the checks. We'll see if anyone else has experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be in touch. Curious.
Duncan will be the first one off the vessel, carrying his bag and, draping the long leather coat over his arm, because it is 82 degrees and beautifully sunny, and he kind of like has this moment where he ties his long black hair back into like a little low ponytail queue with a black ribbon, and is like pulls on some shades as he walks out the door. Is like, I hate the sun, and just keeps walking.
Well, you're gonna be in it for a little while at least. I feel like there's a nervous look, or not a nervous, but like a cautious look as Rex also departs and just like is, because this is a landing pad. Are there other landing pads around us that people are like dropping in and then departing?
There are like three, it's like it taking through the comparison of like a really big hotel, really famous resort.
Right.
Like there are 3 lanes of
Sure.
valet where you kind of park and everyone gets out, and then the bellman comes and takes all your bags, and then the vehicle goes away, and like more people, like they're going in flow. So Delaney is getting waved off. You guys got to get out of here.
Yeah, so I think like as we're departing, we know that like if there's not gonna be weapon checks and things like that until the wedding, so we can bring our stuff, our gear, if we want to the hotel, leave it there potentially, or something else. I'm just
generally that there's an expectation that you're not gonna bring a weapon to events, but it's this is the Starblade universe. Anybody could, particularly in corpse space, could have a semi-automatic weapon mounted inside their own arm. It's it makes weapons checks a little complicated.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering if I could bring my monoblade as
nobody's gonna
heirloom.
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Sweet. So yeah, I think that, and then all the gear that I had for the previous wedding, will definitely be some.
Yeah, we can assume that you have all of the gear that you wish.
Cool.
As a couple of bellmen with like floating hover, like the bell luggage carts, kind of pull up next to you and start will help take the bags, and there's a receptionist there with cold wet towels and juice, a wonderful blend of tropical juices. It's very pleasant. Or and then escorting you into inside what is a door, a building with just tall palm columns and very polished, almost koa wood, hardwoods, and open on 3 sides effectively to catch the breeze. You are immediately Duncan lists who, because he gave your name and you're on the list. It's very much, okay, please here are your keys, here's your room, and there's spread out, you're handed a map, because, this is not a hotel that goes up, this is a hotel that goes out, and you're all on you have your own little guest cottage on the one of the pool side. You're not seaside. I'm sorry, we had to accommodate certain people, so
it's all right.
We have 3 bedrooms and you are fully booked. Enjoy yourselves. Tomas will lead you to your cabin.
Very well, thank you. And is Death staying with us? Just a clarification, because I know last time you were like, nah, I'm gonna be on my own.
I don't think my brothers are here. I'll stay with the rest of you.
Good. I think it's best for us to stick together this time.
I don't have to worry about one particular brother. Just deciding in a random moment in the middle of the night to come into a bedroom and throw the person that's in bed out the window.
Well, in this case, the windows aren't really a good option. Doesn't seem like many of these places are very tall.
Doesn't matter.
That's seaside. Seaside could be dangerous. And they continue forward.
Well, they move you to your cabins, and I think that's the point where we're going to take the break for the evening, everyone. We should stretch, bio, take your, make sure that you get no water, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you in about 8 minutes, everybody. Bye.
See you soon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We hope you were refreshed, you stretched, you bioed, you did all the important things. And now we are into the last half of our Starblade Battalion Seeds finale. You have made it to the resort. You have been shown your little cottage on the water. You're ready to go. You know that the wedding will be later this evening on sunset on the water. You know, you were actually invited to the wedding. You rate wedding invitation, not just reception invitation.
Mm. Yeah. So, is there anything that anyone wants to do in kind of prep before we head to the reception?
But you mean the ceremony?
Well, it's a reception, then a ceremony.
No,
right?
ceremony and then reception. You
You're
rate
right, sorry.
invitation. You rate the
Wedding and then
invitation
you
to the
get drunk.
ceremony, not just the reception.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been to a wedding. Oh
The-
man.
We should probably try and find out who has the list, or at least the buyer, before the ceremony takes place.
Yes.
That makes sense. Then let's see. Do we have any leads on that? Like where we could start looking?
You know that Oliver Olivier Freeman is supposed to be here, and he's known as a fixer.
Cool.
Oh, okay. So how should we approach it? Olivier or is Oliver Olivier?
I haven't gotten confirmation from Wally about which one it is, and they're spelled exactly the same, so.
I'll go with the fancier.
Yeah, we can
No,
go with the
Olivier.
fancier one. I mean, he picked
Olivier.
Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil and Olivier. Yeah, that sounds ironic. I would suggest caution.
Of course, but
Olivier doesn't like Virgil.
You know how big families are. Yeah.
in which case maybe we go unnoticed. Attempt to
If he is a corporate fixer, he knows each of your faces before you even know them.
exactly.
I might have been in same parties, although I was probably throwing fits, I think, the last time I was there.
Perhaps memorable then. Then we go stealth.
Just careful. Man like him is not to be underestimated.
Oh, we could do the classic. What the old ninjas used to do. Hide in plain sight. Go in as someone doing some work in the resort. We could also, like, just player side, we could just do like a nice fun what is it, just this disguise type situation.
I mean, if you wanted to, other option is to let Vantage take all like the attention, because like you're probably not gonna be able to disguise. I don't think she brought a wig or anything like that, so it's gonna be pretty obvious. Like, oh,
And the Marines
There's
are
a Marine
hosting, so
Yeah.
that that is to be expected.
yeah.
I am also on the shit list of one of the Freemans, so I'm assuming they could recognize me.
Is it
100 feet away.
Olivier?
We'll find. I mean,
Maybe
it wouldn't be a wedding without a weapon being pulled on someone here.
might be Olivier. It could be anyone. I don't
Well-
remember.
I do like the idea of Vantage or letting being the distraction in some way, shape, or form, just because it seems like they're
Something
tied to the
that they
Marine.
would do.
Yeah, something that they would do, and then it ties to the history of Olivier and Vantage, and they're Marine technically, so more eye-catching.
So our names were used on the invitations.
Yeah, did we clarify that? I don't know if we did.
Yeah, no, that's
Uh,
what was said.
I assumed.
I assumed so.
Duncan will say that that Vantage and Leo's names were Calix's names were used.
Cool.
Adam's
Oh,
wasn't.
no!
You're currently listed as Duncan's +1.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
I'm a surprise.
You know what? I mean, on
And
the plus side, if
Rex
Leo
was kind of
survives,
shifted as the +1 of either Leo or Lightning, depending.
you know, if
I'd
Leo
probably be
isn't,
under
isn't-
Leo or
if
something,
Leo
yeah,
isn't
so.
like captured or killed, I mean that's bound to make the bounty go higher. I mean, that's,
I'm just,
Exactly.
since Calix's name is used, I am. You say if Freeman is after.
Yes.
Expect that they are here. Expect the person that they hired to kill you is here. And the best thing, surprisingly, that can happen is that either of them is dumb enough to do something within sight of island security.
you know what? God, that's a hell of a move, Leo. Just to like, you're just like, guess what? I'm here.
I
mean,
work with
if you
Lorian.
want to taunt, which is, let's face it, in your nature, now is the time before the ceremony.
I mean, it worked at the last wedding. I can only imagine it'll work on this one.
It'll buy us time.
Yeah. So we socialize, and you two do
Your
the
thing.
spy stuff, right?
Sure.
I will see if any of my spy senses start tingling, but I am more inclined to just be a distant shadow for Leo, considering who we are likely dealing with.
Agreed. Perhaps it would be best for us to have two of you, Vantage and Leo, to engage in some level with Olivier. That way we can be in proximity of the things that we are trying to discover.
Looking at the little map that we were given, where's like the place that people are probably gonna congregate before the ceremony?
Well, there's an open cocktail reception that starts in about 20 minutes on the, around one of the
Here.
smaller pools that kind of leads to the pathway where the wedding will be held in a couple hours at sunset. Kind of keep everybody who's not attending the wedding well lubricated. Well, the wedding itself is happening. Socializing time is very useful.
Will be perfect. Well then, let's get prepared for this wedding.
It's a beachside wedding, so you don't have to be quite so formal, but, I'm assuming you're all making statements.
Very specific ones.
I didn't just have one. And dress formally made when we special ordered them last time.
I mean, we didn't get
I
a
got a
fight
few.
last time, so we didn't have to do any maintenance, some repair on them.
Someone did try.
Yeah.
It's like 20 minutes from now. That's perfect. And Leo's gonna head to the washroom and just like splash her face with water because she is still feeling a little off after that rough landing. So she's probably gonna spend a good bit of time just like trying to level herself with the get used to where we are. But when she comes out, absolutely dressed to the nines, looking amazing as ever.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'll look over you guys. Are we ready?
Yes.
Well then, I guess we have a cocktail party to go to.
And I think Rex will be dressed. So Pope, your plan is to kind of be a shadow of Leo. Um I think Rex is going to, because I actually have a pretty high skill in shadowing. And shadowing and avoid pursuit and stealth. So I kind of want to, and let me know if everyone agrees with this. I kind of want to be in the shadows, but still dressed if someone were to approach me, so that I'm not like out of place.
I mean, there's lots of guests and stuff, so yeah, I guess that sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that, and then if I have an opportunity, if I spot an opportunity to look for a list or like a data pad or something like that, that Olivier maybe left behind in their villa or some such, that is what Rex is going to do.
Nice.
But of course.
Of course. Need to actually. Not too loud, so I'm not like what's the word? So I'm not yeah, exactly. Yep.
Thank you, Crit. Apparently I was muted. So the first rule I asked was for a wardrobe and style, which will be useful
14.
to be just stylish enough to be attend the party, at the cocktail party, at the poolside, but not too stylish to draw attention. Then I need a stealth if you're going to attempt to try and sneak around and see if you can find Olivier's bungalow.
Got a 17.
Okay,
Not as high as I was hoping, but that's okay.
And then you're going to need a streetwise to see if you can find Olivier's bungalow. You know, because they've bought out the entire hotel, right? The resort.
Fair.
And so there are a number of guests here. You don't know which one is his, per se. So let's see if you can find it.
Got a 16.
We'll come back to that in a minute.
Okay.
Lightning, what are you doing?
Her thing, I think she is going to attend the cocktail thing and just act like she's supposed to be there and is trying to, I think, just talk to anybody in the family and stuff like that. I forgot their names.
Your siblings, the Freemans or the Moraines?
Freemans, yeah.
Oh, the Freemans. So you're socializing.
Yeah, socializing, because I think the rest of them are wanted, and I'm probably not going to see them.
Really awkward when you've got that huge bounty and you're the host for this wedding. I don't know what's going on.
That's not. Yeah, this is probably the reason why. Yeah, she was probably not going to be like under the radar for a little bit. But it's like, oh, the only member of the other family is here. Good.
We'll come back to that in a second. Then, Death, what are you? Oh, Adam, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm getting properly gussied up for this.
So is Duncan, although, you know...
Duncan has an easier time with things.
He looks at the sun and he burns.
Yeah. No, it's personal grooming regimen and dressing to the nines. I brought my military uniform.
Oh, very stylish. Out
It
of
also gives
curiosity.
me an excuse to wear a coat,
Yes.
a long one.
Everyone has a question. Everyone in the audience, and I, as the representation of everyone in the audience, has this question. How much fruit salad is on your hat, sir?
None.
Wait, you're wearing a full uniform and there ain't no fruit salad on your cover?
I will have some. I don't need to wear everything. Besides, the more of that, all of a sudden people start looking at you.
That's fair.
I want people to look at me, but not that way.
I said fruit salad, not scrambled eggs.
Anyway.
For those of you who didn't grow up in the military, the difference is how much gold is across your cover and therefore your advanced rank, or versus how much fruit salad is on your shoulder and possibly on your cover that will tell you how many medals you have gained in service. But could you roll me grooming and styles, wardrobe and style, sir? Or, no, excuse me,
Certainly.
personal grooming, because this isn't about style. This is about personal grooming.
15.
Very good. Good to know. That's good to know. Leo, as you make your way around the cocktail party, and Lightning, as you are socializing and making your way around the cocktail party, could you please both roll me awareness notice? 17 and a 21. It's a very Lightning, you're noticing a few more individuals that you personally know. You're like, oh, well, okay. A number of people that you've seen at similar parties. You definitely see almost all of the Freemans are here at the cocktail party, but you don't see either Virgil or his parents, which wouldn't necessarily be unexpected at like the cocktail right before the like the wedding ceremony itself. You might have like the mother of the groom and the bride of the the parents of the groom, parents of the wedding party might be part of taking pictures, that whole pre-wedding picture setup, so having them not there isn't really a surprise, but it's a little weird. You definitely see the Virgil's two other brothers and his sister. Oliver is kind of holding court with a number of other people and chatting, and they're very socializing. You can kind of see him at one end of the pool, closest to the path that will lead down to the beach where the wedding is supposed to be occurring. You see the other brother at the other side of the pool, so they're kind of like stationed on both sides of the it's one of those windy pool areas. It's like that could be a lazy river, but it's also like a pool kind of thing. So you got one brother on one side of the whole thing and one brother on the other, kind of like acting as social gatekeepers, as it were, of the family, greeting everyone, people who are coming from one side versus the other kind of thing. Leo, you also see Oliver, and Lightning, you will see this when Oliver sees Leo. He kind of stops and smiles and kind of like gestures for her to join the small cadre of people that's with him. You both kind of notice that there's a very that none of the members of the board of directors are visible. There are security around, but it's very obviously the security for the hotel, the resort itself, and the island. It doesn't seem to be any additional normal security. And a number of the waitstaff who are passing through are just normal waitstaff. There doesn't seem to be anything that gives the impression that anybody is, they've hidden any of the extra security as waiters that you would have expected. It's a very pleasant party, and a number of people recognize both of you. And make very positive comments about your accoutrement, as they say.
So as I wouldn't say working the crowd is what Calix is doing. More like just walking through the crowd. If anybody like goes to speak to Calix or just like greets them, like, she'll be very like well mannered. As she's been at a million of these kinds of parties. And so she just is working. She's like, hello, being very gracious as she walks through the crowd, keeping an eye on Vantage. Just not so much for like, obviously for like safety reasons. I don't, want to not look at them while they're getting attacked, but more in the way of just like making sure that like they're okay with the situation they're in and not getting caught in any unfortunate conversation. And as I'm walking through and having clocked where the Freemans are, looking at them just like glancingly over, just like trying to remember which one of them it was, like just trying to jog something in my memory. I'm just like, maybe if I see them in person, it'll jog something in my memory. But nothing is happening. Not like nothing is like, there's not even a spark of recognition of who it might be. And I'm like, man, it really should have been paying a little more attention to the person who threw a drink at me at that party that one time. Was it a party? No matter. And so, as soon as Olivier waves over, I glance over at Vantage, and I make my way over to Olivier and the small crowd they have around them.
He is standing and holding court of a number of people that you are of that mid-range 20s who probably are more corporate oriented. You can definitely kind of tell. But he is definitely the one holding court, and he reaches over and snags a glass off a passing waiter and hands it to you. It's a very, very kind pineapple Bellini. Hey, I'm going with the theme here.
I'll take it and I'll say, hello, and say my hellos to the people he's holding court with.
So glad you could take my invitation. I was hoping you would attend.
Who am I to pass up such a wonderful wedding? A beautiful locale that was chosen.
Yes.
So you're very excited for your brother?
Very excited. My brother will be he will so enjoy this wedding. It will totally. He said everything was perfectly in order, and he was quite looking forward to this evening. He planned a bunch of the more romantic stuff himself, apparently. But I have to ask, did you attend with a guest or not, or can I impose myself upon you for the evening?
No, my +1 could not make it here today, so I'm all yours.
Thank you. And he will continue making pleasant conversation for a while. Lightning, what are you doing?
I think she knows what she's gonna expect here is usual. I'm sorry about your family sort of situation, and I think it's just like meet and greet and people probably fishing for any information, any gossip or something like that.
There's an
She's used to it.
astonishing lack of fishing.
Interesting.
Or at least fishing about your parents.
Yeah.
There's fishing about you and how you're doing, because you haven't been seen in the social circle in a while. And even when you made the appearance at the previous wedding that didn't happen, you weren't really at any of the public events, right? You only went to your parents' tea and then you all bounced.
Yeah.
So a number of people are more interested in what you're doing and how, you know, we haven't seen you at a number of the social occasions. Oh, you're quite all right, my dear. We heard you were getting scandalously involved with, employee matters.
You know what they say, don't believe everything you hear. I'm just here to, the only one of my brothers that, support family when family can't be here, so you know how it is.
And you will hear a couple questions about your sister Adriana. There, a number of people are double checking with you whether the rumor is true that she got herself engaged, and this might be a double wedding.
Oh, really? I didn't have any idea. We are not on necessarily. We haven't. Two different kinds of personalities don't really get along.
Oh, so. Of course. I totally understand. I didn't get along with my sister either when I was growing up. It was much later when we were older and we could actually sit down and have a conversation. But oh my god, I understand. It's not a problem.
I have to wait a really long time for that to happen, but it would. Haven't seen everybody in a long time, so missed them at the last wedding. So
we're gonna pan over to Rex as the ladies socialize for the moment. And Leo is flirted with. We'll come back to that in a minute. Rex, you can find 3 of the bungalows that are attached to the Freeman family that are kind of like, but you don't know which one is Olivier's per se.
Okay.
And you only have about 40 minutes before you're, expected to kind of be beachside, because you don't want to be... Look, there are some events you can show up fashionably late for. The wedding ceremony is not one of them. The bride needs to be able to walk down the aisle, the bride, quote unquote. Whoever's walking down the aisle needs to have their audience there before they do so.
Right. So I've narrowed it down to 3. I've got 40 minutes. From my experience with technology, with tinkering, with spycraft, what would I know as, and also of Olivier, if I know anything of them, what would help me narrow down which one they're staying in and maybe where they might store a list of names and like data, right? I mean, I'm guessing some sort of data pad, but maybe stored away somewhere in a vault or somewhere secure.
I don't know that you've had any interactions with Olivier to know him personally, so you wouldn't know anything about the way he necessarily operates.
Okay.
You can roll me security systems to try and see if you could determine if one of them is more one of them is more secure than the other.
That could be an indicator that yes, they're trying to cover something up, but also okay. Okay, so security systems. Just trying to see what else I got here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think security systems will do. Yeah, so come on. 16.
All of these like bungalows are on the water, kind of like their own. There are 3 little ones that kind of off to the side with their own pool, like lounge pool, and one of them faces the water itself. None of them have any more advanced security than just the RDFI chip readers that come with, hotel, the general hotel, which everybody doesn't really have to have a key card anymore. It's all in your agent, or if you're one of those people who, has really advanced cybernetics, you add it to your wrist. Systems, and you just kind of tap in and tap out. So it isn't any more secure than any other hotel room that you can tell. All of them are basically the same.
Okay, so we've narrowed that out. Do I have visibility into them? Like, my thinking here is that I want to see if I can kind of casually or surreptitiously, depending on kind of if there's people roaming around. And if there are cameras. So I guess with that security system role, do I know if like there are cameras regularly posted around these villas?
You see general cameras that are kind of posted in the general security for the hotel, but you don't see anything that's kind of extra. You see a couple of them like built, artfully arranged into palm trees, kind of, but working with the natural landscape and not against it. A lot of what you can see, you can see a couple of hover drones around. But they're kind of circling the hotel as a whole. And based on your, with that 16, you're pretty sure that most of them are kind of like just general security that the hotel uses. One or two you can tell that kind of keep getting chased off are from like news agent, like a paparazzi, because this is an event, right? And a bunch of people were not invited to this one. So you expect that kind of thing, but you don't see anything that looks like security. All of this looks really kind of very basic. Okay. Nothing's drawing attention.
So, to give you my intention, basically, like, I want to see if I can identify it just by looking through windows or...
You can roll me awareness notice. It will be a higher DC because all of them have those really nice coa-wood cantilever, what are termed plantation windows, whether they're, it's a not great term, but it's the type of window that they are.
Okay. 25.
25. You look through, and the first one you can kind of tell is definitely like the parents of the Freemans, Mr. and Mrs. One of the others, you see what you would tastefully kind of look into one of the bedrooms, and you see what looks like a large steamer trunk wardrobe that has a large number of older ladies styling vintage wardrobe, and you're like, nah, this ain't it. The second one you look into, you can see that it's 2 bedrooms, and both of them have only male presenting clothes that you can see. And the last one is it has clothes in like a really
younger
widespread fashion spread, and a large number of somebody pulled their entire cosmetics into this whole thing and just spread it out across the vanity. And, a number of dresses are kind of draped, definitely thrown in that way of I tried 6 things on and have decided, I was originally going to plan to wear one thing, but I decided I didn't, and went through 6 things before I decided what I was going to wear to this event. Which admittedly, I went back to the first thing I originally was planning on wearing and not any of the other things that I tried on, but whatever. So you're pretty sure that that's his...
I feel like you just embodied the character as a part of the process.
You're pretty sure that's his sister's room or bungalow. So if you were to bet, Olivier might be sharing a bungalow with his brother.
Okay. I was gonna say, based upon the guest list and maybe any pairings or things, because I did that research ahead of time as we were traveling.
You know that Virgil has 2 brothers, one of whom is Olivier, and his younger sister.
And so my thinking there is, okay, so I've narrowed it down to, I think it's in this room, or in this bungalow. Do I have a... I mean... Oh, God. I could jury rig. I could do... Oh, jeez. And from that awareness notice, because it is 25, would I have noticed anything that seemed indicative of like, and also based upon the knowledge of our own villa, um, where we might have the like a vault or secure or like a secure
I
location?
mean, you know that there's a vault inside the room
Sure.
in a general location.
Right.
You know generally where that is, assuming the same layout of the hotel of the bungalows.
Right.
But you can't see it through the cantilever of the shades
Right. Okay.
of the blinds,
So
like because you're looking through the window, kind of through the blinds, and you can't see the whole bungalow. You'd have to go inside.
and above board, we would have talked about this before. Do we want to retrieve this list before it goes through any kind of process? What's our intention?
It needs to be destroyed.
Okay. Hmm. I mean,
Huh.
easiest way is maybe just to like destroy the entire bungalow. It's the loudest. Um. I mean, it's kind of the death method of
I mean,
just
you
shoot
know,
it from the orbit. You know, it's fine.
yeah,
It's
you know, I mean,
cool, you
also
know?
might keep Saber from getting married. You never know.
Yeah.
They would still marry him off anyway. So
Yeah.
that's not gonna
So
stop them.
um, I think Rex here would. I'm not necessarily like an expert in demolitions, and I didn't necessarily bring demolition. I didn't say I brought him, but like I like the idea of flashbacks and talking about stuff, and I feel loud practice like that might make sense. I'm going to see if I can gain entry. I'm worried because security, but I'm thinking I want to try to gain entry and like be a little bit more subtle about this. But there's if you'll allow it, Prax, like I would be open to
Well, you need to pick the lock then.
right. And my thinking here is do I need to do like actual lock picking, or
Yes.
can I do a jury rig roll?
What would you be jury rigging?
The security system to open the door.
No, it would be because it's either electronic lock picking or manual lock picking. Is the same roll. It's both pick lock. Now, admittedly, it's a RDFI reader system, but you're still picking the lock. We have a skill for this. It exists.
Yes,
If you were
there's-
doing something else other than using, attempting to pick the lock, then we might have a different skill. But
We have 2 luck also.
there are 2 luck from chat, from the kindness of chat.
Ooh, thank you, chat. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Because I knew this was gonna happen. Let's do lockpicking.
Are you
'Cause I
spending
want to be
any?
subtle.
Are you spending any of that luck from chat, or are you just?
Are
doing
you
this yourself?
guys open to me spending some of that luck? Okay. 2 or 1 or
Yeah, what? I mean, we need the.
We need
this.
this.
This is the mission.
this is the mission.
The
Okay,
mission.
I'm gonna spend 2
Who's
luck
on?
from. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 luck from chat and 2 of my own luck. So I'm gonna pump this with 4. 25.
25. We'll come back to that in a minute. Pope. You are making your way, or what are you doing as you're now dressed to the nines and Duncan is looking stylish?
I am keeping an eye on Leo from a distance, and because of previous events, I'm going to flirt with one of the waitresses. Try and get her talking to see if, she actually has a past or not.
Okay. This is great. So from what you can see, looking across the pool at Leo, where she's kind of really interestingly standing next to this strikingly attractive black man, dark skin, faux mohawk, short cropped. You can just see the blink through of a cyber eye. Beautifully tailored, what we call formal aloha. Beautifully tailored formal aloha. No jacket, just, white on white aloha with long white linen pants and a very nice Italian leather styling sandals ish is what we would call them. Dress sandals, men's dress sandals. Looks very stylish, is paying a lot of attention to Leo, and is flirting, but at the same time still working the crowd that he's worth. As you're watching that, and you start talking to this waitress, I need you to roll seduction on the waitress.
I'm to attempt to seduce the right waitress. I will spend 2 of my luck here, because I need to know if this is what I hope it isn't. I am not great at seducing the waitress.
But it's less about you being
More
seductive.
about
It's less about you being seductive, and it's more about her just that level of she's working.
okay.
But you can definitely see that she's engaging with, it's like there's this moment of like she laughs at the joke, because it's not that you're being seductive, it's just, oh, you're being kind enough to make me laugh, but I'm still working at this major event. It's slightly stressful, and I've got 5 people in my ear telling me that I need to move around because, oh my god, somebody dropped a tray of canapes and I have to go fix their problem. Oh, stupid people. No, she doesn't seem to be in any way, shape, or form acting like an android.
Cool. At least there's that. I just don't know how far my brother's reach is.
It's fair. It's a fair question.
But yeah, no, seeing, like, with that, but also looking back at Olivier, I'd like to make a human perception roll.
Always.
Not to reveal too much about the past, but I have definitely
Met him before, yes.
well, there's that, but also I have personally seduced a person I intended to kill before. So
That's true.
I've got a 14.
He doesn't seem in any way aggressive. It's actual seduction and flirt, but it's not even full seduction. It's just flirting. But fun. It's not like he's expecting a lot. He's having fun. He's low-key having fun at this event. If something else happens, but he's paying attention to her and other people, he's not ignoring her, and it's not about him so much, but, he's having fun.
Okay.
Leo. You will notice, and Death will also, Mythos, Adam, whoever is currently embodying the personage in the very fine military uniform. Mythos. Will notice that Olivier has kind of slid his arm around your waist, but it's staying on your waist. It's not drifting below your waist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more kind of like lean in a little bit to kind of talk to you, and kind of turned his body language even when he's talking to other people, that he's giving the impression that he's paying attention to you.
Interesting. I'll humor it, and I'll, join in the conversation here and there, make quips about whatever they're saying. I'm still keeping an eye on Vantage specifically, just again making sure that they're not being
Yeah,
accosted.
I think we're both kind of like doing the occasional like eye contact, like
Yeah, just like the
That's good.
check-in.
Check in across the
Um,
pool.
Yeah, it's like, you good? You know the look, and it's like, yeah, it's like okay. As I'm pressed up against, I'm assuming.
Oh no, he's
Um,
keeping distance. He's just moved his arm around your waist.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess I can feel his arm.
Mhm.
Does it feel like he has anything aside from just like his arm pressed against me? Like, is there not so much like a hidden anything, but more like cybernetically enhanced something?
No,
Feeling.
it feels
No?
natural.
Okay. Because I too have been burned now by androids, and now I don't trust anything. So, I always gotta make sure. I will continue just the speaking, and just hanging out like that, and then after I'd say an appropriate amount of time, I'll also like just casually like put my arm around him.
He doesn't try and close the gap, but he kind of it's like he's not trying to push against you. It's just he's gonna turn slightly so that you're even more engaged with him. Lightning. Having fun? Enjoying the party?
It's a party, and I think part of her is wishing. This is why I didn't want to come to these. It's like, yes.
You have now started to see a larger influx of personal security, and you have tracked at this point, and it's about 20 minutes before the wedding is going to happen. That you are now at this point, you can see each of them. Have seen each of the members of the board of directors are here at this poolside cocktail party.
Oh, so they've now just.
Wherever they were before, they kind of have made their appearance by this point, and they're all working the room. You still don't see the parents of the Freeman parents, your parents, Xavier, Virgil, or Virgil's sister.
Oh. She wasn't at this party at all? Okay. You know, I will find one of them that isn't immediately occupied with conversation, or a conversation I can easily kind of like weasel in.
Sorry, who are you looking for?
Any of them that aren't like occupied.
Yeah, but which them? The Freeman, the board of directors?
Freeman's.
Oh, okay.
Freeman's, yeah.
So Olivier is talking with Leo, and then the
help
other
with the board
brother,
directors.
I believe, is Hector. Hold on.
I guess I'm looking for the one that is maybe the most like we are of a similar age.
That would be his sister, who you have not seen.
Yeah. Okay.
You have not seen his sister, and the other brother is. Oh, I have this. Lucius. Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
Lucius. Had to open my other notes from the other game. I should have both of them open. Lucius. So it's Lucius and Olivier and Virgil. That's why I'm going with Olivier, not all of them.
Okay. Oh.
So Lucius
yes.
is the one closest to you, and he's
Okay.
not currently engaged. He's kind of making small talk, but he's not reigning over a small crowd the way his brother Olivier is.
Okay. Vantage is going to make her way over there and just kind of like, you know what? At least there's two of you here.
Oh, Lightning. No, he wouldn't call you that. Sorry. Vantage. Miss Vantage, it's a pleasure to see you. I'm quite glad you could come. Do you know? And then he'd begin introducing you to whoever the low level people that are kind of around in the general sense, and smiling and nodding. He's also not talking to any of the board of directors currently. It's just have you seen your brother yet?
No. I am you guys, you can tell by the early cards, I am the only one here apparently that isn't immediately getting married. So I think, although there has been rumor too that my sister is here, which I wish she was here just to get this. I mean, your brother's doing a good job taking most of the questions.
Yeah, I have heard that too, and I don't know why. I don't think she is.
Is your sister here at all? Like, I haven't caught up, and
She was here. She was supposed to be here. I know she took like 40 minutes to get dressed.
Well, if you see her, tell her I'm here, and it's been. I'd like to. You know how these things are. Honestly, you doing okay?
I'd rather be anywhere else. He is a little stiff. He's the middle brother.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't like socializing, but he can do it, and he's kind of smiling and nodding, and he can talk through his teeth at you, and
And I think Advantage is being a little bit like familiar, or probably more familiar than she would be.
Yeah, you're not necessarily friends, but it's that thing when you're at a cocktail party and you don't know anyone else, you kind of walk over to the person that you do know, and you're kind of like, hi, okay, I'm not the only person here at this corporate event okay, I'm good.
So, I mean, if it's the two of us, there's no one else, I think she seems to be like, so Xavier, huh?
Yeah, that's a surprise.
That is. Yeah. Certainly a catch, that one.
Yeah. Well, he's better than Virgil, maybe?
I mean, I don't know much about Virgil, but God, I know how these things work, and you know what? Had I not been away.
Yeah, well, probably not. I don't know. I don't know a lot about this wedding. I'm kind of just here.
Yeah, tell me about it. Someone has to represent the family, and
He will reach over and kind of grab a couple of the pineapple mimosas that are wandering around and like hand one to you. It's like, it works better if you're holding one, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured I was a good old good luck charm with this thing, considering. Surprised let me in, but someone has to be here.
Speaking of Rex, you rolled a 25 to pick that lock. You can pick the lock. And
Yay! Yeah, so
The
trying
door
to be
opens.
stealthy.
Trying to be stealthy still. We'll keep that previous stealth roll. 17.
All right.
You're making your way around looking for a thing.
Try not to make too much of a disturbance, at least until it becomes. Yeah, I'm trying to like leave no trace if I can help it.
Roll me awareness notice,
Oh, jeez.
which is also the investigative skill in this game.
Do we have any more luck in chat?
There's
What?
one.
One.
All right. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, you're this.
Oh, come on. 21.
Ooh.
You can figure out which, there's a couple computers in one of the bedrooms that aren't in the other. The other bedroom seems to have all of the accoutrement of like paperwork, but one has an actual. And if you take a quick look at it, you see that they're all schematics for a like a hovercraft of some sort, designed to kind of work with ergonomics and all these things. It's a very physics engineering kind of look. There are other smaller datapad computers in the other bedroom that aren't turned off and are all currently running. You're pretty sure that that's Olivier's room.
Okay.
You're pretty sure that this is where he's just getting information, but none of it's currently turned off. It's just there.
Okay, so... Oh. Do I think that someone is here?
No, you don't think there's anyone else in the bungalow.
Okay. Yeah, I think... Can we... Was there like a secret name for this list or some like identifier that we would potentially have discovered? I'm trying to think of like how I would look for this list on devices if I wanted to delete the list specifically. Otherwise, I would probably just take the devices themselves. Because our goal is to destroy this thing or to just like get rid of it, right? So there's two places that I can think of: the devices that are here in Olivier's room and in the vault in the safe that each bungalow has. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'd be focused my attention of trying to, like, my goal in all of this is to find the list.
You have to make a decision on how you want to do that. And you have about 20 minutes before the wedding starts.
Yeah. So each of these computers, there's like multiple computers or data pads and things like that in Olivia's room?
There are like 4 data pads that are currently running.
4 data pads that are currently running. And knowing where my safe is in the other bungalow.
The main safe is in the main room, like it's like the living room space of the bungalow, and then there are 2 bedrooms on either side that have an ensuite. And so in the main space of the bungalow is where, the safe is,
Okay.
in one of the walls. You know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
It's also with the 21, it's really not hard to find it because it's currently open.
Oh.
And there's nothing in it.
Okay. Well, okay. Okay, so if there's nothing in that, then I'm going to focus on these data pads that are here, and I'm going to try and narrow down where the list is, or just take the data pads themselves if I start running out of time.
So you're going to start breaking into them?
Well, you said they're unlocked. They're open.
Yeah, they're open.
Like,
they're unlocked and they're running.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. So I'm going to try to do so without like triggering any kind of alarms, because there's potential that they have some sort of like, if they're open, which is strange, at least spy sense tingling. Gonna start digging in.
Roll me programming, because you're not hacking.
Interesting enough, I did invest in this to some extent. Would I be able to do some level of like enhancement to this with another role that I'm skilled in? So, for instance, security systems or jury rigging, or
not at the moment, because you're trying to find data on here that you're just trying to data mine the system itself.
Right. Okay. How about like if I try to search the system for specific things that I would know, such as like names of people that are on this list?
programming and I'll give you a +2.
All right, I'll do it.
Because you know one person's name who's on this list.
Yeah, at least one.
And he's given you a big chunk of his names.
Come on. 18. It's not bad. It's not bad.
We'll come back to that in a minute.
This is
Could I have the 3 personages who are around the pool enjoying the fine cocktail party roll me awareness notice? We'll come back to Galix.
22.
17.
Mythos.
Mhm.
And I use that term intentionally. Not name. You have been to many a cocktail party. You have been to many, 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 many cocktail parties. You have also been to many events, and there's a tingling in the back of your mind as you look around and notice where people are standing. Olivier and Leo are at the end of the pool, but they're at the end of the pool closest to the pathway that would lead to the beach. A path between 2 buildings and a large strand of trees. It's easy to dive for cover, one might say. You see each of the members of the board of directors standing around the other end of the pool, all kind of artfully arranged, and it's a really open space with a large number of buildings kind of forming in, trees, all of it opening out onto a beautiful view of the ocean, and you see something glint off the water. And rise off the water. You will have 15 seconds, which means you can do 2 actions. What 2 actions would you like to take?
Yell. It's that classic everyone get down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try and do something a little overly dramatic.
Okay.
I know, stunning. I'm going to pull the pistol I have hidden on me. Try to pop a shot off whilst diving into the pool.
Well, I need, number 1, I need a leadership role.
Leadership.
Or oratory, your choice.
We'll go with leadership. That's less bad. Spend 3 luck on this because I don't want everyone to die. 15.
15.
No.
And then roll me the gunshot, please. Your firearm as you attempt to dive into the pool.
Okay. I get +2 from the gun on this, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll spend our 2. 17, but it's critical fail. Oops.
For
So
10, the gun will fire, but it will flood as you dive into the pool.
Yeah.
So the sound you will hear, Lightning, Leo, is the sound of Mythos yelling to get down, and then the sound of a gunshot. And you see, in that moment that happens, Leo, I need you to make me an athletics test, and it's not going to be a good DC. It's not a low DC, I should tell you. It's a rather high one.
Oh no.
Well, in that case, hold on. Let me see how much luck I have. What is that? Because I don't have a great athletics roll. I'm gonna throw 3 points of luck on that roll and hope for the best. That's as good as that's gonna get.
Unfortunately, it's not high enough. You needed a 22.
Holy shit.
As Olivier's arm around your waist kind of tightens and he grabs you and pulls you down the
Oh,
alleyway
no.
towards the beach. Lightning, you heard Mythos shout out, get down, and then a gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will hear... Now you have... Roll me your initiative, because this will be a very important distinction, what will happen next, because Death is giving you the opportunity to roll this initiative.
What is initiative?
It's under your reflexes.
Okay.
It is your, you need to roll... Hold is it? It is your... It's just straight reflexes, sorry.
Oh, just a reflex. Okay.
Because you're not in the mech, so it's not mech piloting. It's, yeah, just roll straight reflexes.
How do you do that on the sheet?
You just roll a d10, and you need
okay.
to,
Okay. Oh, and just add... Okay, well, just... Bleh.
Not good
14.
enough, unfortunately. They will still get... You hear this. Also, just out of general curiosity, how high is your reflexes?
12.
Oh, yeah, you can do this! Hey, guess what? You're unique. You get to do this. You have a reflex over 9. You get to attempt to dodge bullets.
Oh, good.
Which is good for you.
Oh, good.
Because there will be a shit ton of them coming at you in a second.
Oh! That's unfortunate.
So you can
I don't
attempt
like this.
to roll dodge escape.
Okay.
Aw.
I'll put some... Oh my... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
7. So the first one is not going to be a... Oh wait, that's not a problem. Ignore the first one. The first one kind of hit the sand. It's not going to go anywhere.
I'm going to put some points on the dodge and escape.
Mm-hmm. I should...
Okay. All right.
So a 26 beats a 21. You're good. Now we have 1, 2... You have 4 more.
Okay.
As a hail of bullets literally comes out as this large thing
20.
appears. 20 beats a 16.
19.
19 ties. Tie goes to defender.
Good. Yay.
23 beats a 21.
All right, this is gonna be okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay.
16.
No, you're gonna get hit by the 28, and there's one
Yeah.
more. Sorry, I did math wrong. One more. 18
times.
Tie goes to defender. You're only gonna get hit
Okay.
once.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's a crit.
Yeah, it is. Well, no, because remember, it's about... Oh, unfortunately, it is a crit. It's a...
Yeah.
It's a 10. It's a big crit.
It's a big crit.
Yeah.
It was the
Big
worst
crit.
one to
It was
not
the
get
worst
like a
one,
high
yeah.
number on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was thinking, what page is that on? By the way, just.
The exploding crits. It's in the combat flow sheet. Mechton, come here. Oh, I don't want
This
Witcher. I
is
want
going to
Mechton.
be a bad time.
This is not gonna be a good time.
It will not be a good time. This is a fully automatic weapon.
Yeah. The swipe pool.
Mm-hmm. It will not be a good thing. Okay. What? Oh, that's... Yes.
I know where I bookmarked where the mech thing was. I didn't bookmark where the human.
It's in the same thing. It's under the combat
Yeah.
flowcharts.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
I had to roll things. Most of the hit charts are for
There we go. I think I found it.
yeah, and then I just roll the random hit chart for if it hits you or not. It's fine. You don't have to worry about major effects but you will get knocked back probably. So it's 23 damage to... We will random roll the hit location, which is D10. 7. So it will hit you in the right leg. How's your armor stopping power on your right leg?
Not good.
Do you have any?
5.
Okay, so you take 5 out of 23.
Yes.
So that brings you down to 18. 18, I'm assuming you're going to have a lot more. 18 is a lot higher than the number of hits on your right leg.
Yeah.
So anything that's left over goes to your torso.
Okay. All right. So that's...
Which your armor on your torso will continue to also stop.
Oh, good. Okay. 3 on the torso. Right leg is no good. Not terrible. Not the... I mean, crit's a crit, but...
Yeah, it's basically your right leg is unfunctional at the moment. How much damage is... Well,
I took 3.
It took 3 on your right leg?
No, I took 10.
You took 10 on your right leg and then 3 on your torso.
Yeah.
Yeah. You, basically your right leg is unfunctional.
Okay.
And you would need immediate medical attention or you will probably bleed out.
Oh, no.
Soon. Because,
Oh, no.
you've got like 5 rounds.
This is why I got that regen spray.
But we should check on Rex.
How is the brother next to me?
A bunch of people are dead.
Oh, God.
You took 7, but this is a fully you felt when you got hit and you realized the ones you were dodging. This is a mech firing into a crowd.
Oh, what the?
They're anti-personnel.
Ooh, no.
Oh, no.
You know what? It could have been worse. It could have been mech with mech ammo. Which weird.
No, mech's shooting at a bunch of people on the ground, or...
I mean, it just takes a rocket. I don't know. I'm lucky. Okay, yeah. Okay, if it's a mech shooting, that's fine.
Death is in the pool. You will see Death a number of bullets hitting in through the water. You don't get hit. You do see a number of bodies also fall into the water. Some still breathing, and some kind of in diving intentionally, and some less so. Rex, however, you hear a shit ton of gunshots.
Yeah. So I grab the data pads, call, Delaney, evac now.
Well, I'm definitely trying on that, but somebody done fuck with my electronics.
Good.
Move quick. We got gunfire.
Yes, I hear it too. And she... I'll be there.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
He's like, I'll be there right quick and in a hurry.
It's not something I could, like, run to, is it? It's like, she's off. She's somewhere?
No, she it's like any valet or, the...
Right, she's parked somewhere.
She's parked somewhere else.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Technically, probably not necessarily on the island.
Right, so that's why I was like, would I be able to get there in a speed? I'm a
No,
quick person,
but she will... Mechanically speaking, I can tell you that she can get to you in a round.
Okay, cool.
Because of her ungodly move speed in this flight.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm so regretting not having my remote control for. I know I didn't have the points for it, but remote control for Raptor Eye, that would have been amazing right now. So Rex is going to grab the data pads, giving no fucks, and running out the door. I'm looking for the crew.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're all good. We're all in a nice little.
And yeah, I'm specifically, because I know that Leo was a target, going to be looking for Leo to see where she's at. I assume Death will either be able to take care of themselves, and Vantage generally can take care of themselves. Leo can too, but like she's generally, yeah. But Leo's. I'll be looking for Vantage and Leo specifically.
So
and trying to avoid like the center of the fire.
As you run into this, you know, because it's not that far from the bungalows where you were to
Right.
the, poolside where the cocktail party is, you can roll me an awareness notice.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming you're not going to run full onto the pool deck where
Right.
you can...
I'm not running into the gunfire. That is for sure.
I should double check because Rex makes interesting choices.
There's bravery and then there's stupidity. So
says the person who ran at the back of a jetpack.
Hey, that was my first episode. I was learning mechanics. Okay, don't touch me. 34. Eat that, Prax. Oh! Sorry, I'm hyped.
You can be hyped. It's fine. It's really good for you to be hyped. I like it when my players are hyped. So you can scan this real quick and in a hurry, and you see Mythos about in the water. He's definitely breathing. It looks like he dived intentionally. A number of other people look like they've dived intentionally. You see that Leo is nowhere in sight. You see that that Lightning is on the ground, bleeding profusely from both a wound in her right leg and in her torso. It looks like probably what happened is, and that leg might need some professional mechanical assistance in the future, as in, might need to be replaced.
Surgery, yeah, okay.
It looks like the bullet probably traveled through and needs some assistance.
Yeah. Okay.
You see a number of people, and you see a giant frickin' mech firing and just firing at people. You see 3 of the board of directors are down.
Yeah, this is like a coup attempt almost, or something like that, or just wiping out rivals. Anyway, distraction potentially. Would I be able to throw a regen spray to Lightning, to at least stop the bleeding and allow them to move semi-normally?
Well, it'll remove some of the penalty, but it doesn't remove all of it because...
Right. I'm mostly just like help make sure they're stabilized in some form, and straight going for Leo. Like I am like I'm gonna keep leaning on that 34 to see if I can find a trail.
You can hear someone being dragged down the beachy sand, the pathway towards the beach. You don't, and Leo is the only person you can clock who isn't, like cowering for cover, bleeding on the ground, or running. So you're pretty sure that she might be dragging. So yes, roll me a throw. However, I want to see if you can clear the pool with this regen spray.
A throw?
Yes, I believe it is under reflexes. Please hold. It is under
non-combat. There is no throw ability.
There is no throw down here. Okay, never mind.
Athletics.
Yeah, just use an athletics. Athletics under reflexes non-combat.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I didn't put any points into that.
Well, that's what happens.
I know.
I put 2.
Yeah. I was like,
That's
even
skill.
just one would have been nice. All right. 16.
It will clear the pool and land and roll kind of right next to you, Lightning. So
Okay.
on your turn, you can do something with it.
Okay.
But first, it's Death's turn. As Rex proceeds to then run down the pathway.
Has the firing stopped?
By the way,
Okay.
oh, go ahead.
That's the important thing to me. It's very much just custom enhancements. Sink to the bottom of pool.
Mm-hmm.
Walk to the wall where the gun cannot fire into,
Mm-hmm.
and wait.
Mm-hmm. Waiting out the bullet shots.
This is Chicago all over again, and I'm going to have to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, it kind of is, actually. Chicago sucked.
Yeah. That's why we never went back.
Mm-hmm. Leo. You are currently being grappled and dragged by Olivier down this pathway.
I am like, what? Because like I assume, I understand, I know what a firing shot sounds like at this point.
Yeah, it's real loud and you're real close.
And so like I get grappled, so I get pulled out just as the bullets start getting shot at.
Mm-hmm.
And I am this is not a let me save you sort of grapple,
Nah.
drag away. This is a nefarious grapple.
Very.
And so as I'm being grabbed, and I'll try and get out of the grapple here in a second. Oh God, what was I gonna say earlier? I say something along the lines of, nope, didn't come back to me. Man, it was so clever. You guys would have loved it. I got really distracted earlier. I'm like, and here I thought we were just going to have a nice time as I'm trying to get out of this grapple. Although I doubt I will with those types of rolls.
You need a 22.
Hold on. I need to do math.
Hold, please.
So it's, you roll a 10.
Chat, this
That's
would be
a
the time to
D10.
toss luck.
I mean,
I have to do a 22. I have to hit a crit. I can't get out of it.
I have
18 is my highest
points.
roll.
I can't do it because I'm on the thing.
I'm just going to keep trying to get out of it. What are my other options aside from getting out of the grapple?
I mean, you can try and attack him.
Just nah on his
In the words of Bruce Lee, when you can bite, bite.
Also true.
It will
It would be rolling hand to hand at this point.
and I'm gonna roll hand. That's a more likely roll, so I'll try hand to hand. Yeah, I'll try to
Mm-hmm.
do something to get the fuck out of this. I'll throw a luck point into that. Fucking hell! If I could roll something other than a 2 in this game,
Jesus.
I've rolled like 5. I know my numbers have been high, but I've been checking that D10. That is
Yeah.
like my 5th 2 I've rolled.
Yep,
Oh.
indeed.
Roll20 has chosen violence.
It has indeed. It's
It is indeed.
because I need it to. Thanks.
Oh my
Um,
God.
He will continue to drag you down. He doesn't. You're kind of like trying to get purchase to kind of like hit either his solar plexus or his instep, but he's dodging just enough to kind of keep hold of you and keep dragging you away. That leads to Lightning's
Mm-hmm.
turn.
I will take the medical spray that has been thrown to me and use it.
Cool. That one is it's the regen spray from the core book.
Yes, I believe so. I didn't write that in the stats, so I don't necessarily have all the details.
I pulled it up. The reach-in spray instantly heals 2 points of damage.
So
Oh, good.
minimal, but it does something.
My torso's fine. Torso is.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
The big
well,
one costs a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, the big one costs a lot.
I mean, it's
Makes
not. I
sense.
mean,
I think I like spent the last 50 creds or something like
I
that.
am
Yeah.
thankful
Yeah.
that you spent the money on something.
So it will and now you can attempt to move.
All right.
You will not. You'll only get half movement, however, because
How far is the pool?
I mean it's a poolside, so maybe 10 feet.
I'm gonna try and get in the pool.
Okay. Just roll me an athletics so I can see how you
All
do.
right, do I have what sort of penalty do I have to the athletics?
It'll be a -1 to the athletics because the big penalty is actually to your movement. It's halved. Your movement is halved.
Okay. Does that work as the modifier? I can just do a -1. in that
Yeah,
thing,
just do a
actually?
-1 in the modifier.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not gonna do that. Okay.
I'm technically using some Witcher rules here,
I like a good mashup, you know?
Yeah.
and it's actually pretty easy. I'm just using the penalty for basically a deadly crit in
-1. 14.
14. Yeah, you can make it to the pool and then kind of crash dive into it so you don't hit your head on the shallow end
Yeah,
of the pool.
it's just mostly like it just kind of like flop. This isn't like.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
It's like a semi-graceful flop.
It's like, oh, you're here too.
Yeah, you see death underwater, just like.
Rex, you hear another round of bullets.
Yeah. Rex sword comes out from kind of like a hidden tuck in their dress or their wear like outfit. And like kind of they start doing like a ninja run, basically beelining it to where they think they saw Leo last.
You can see her further down, just hitting the beach, and Olivier is dragging her in this dress along the beach at this point.
Yeah, so as soon as I'm within range, I'm going to attempt to free Leo from that grapple.
To hit Olivier, you're going to take a -2 penalty because he's using Leo as a human shield.
That is, I think, so mono blades have a +1 to accuracy, or is it more than that? Yeah. So
yeah, but the accuracy isn't gonna. It's just it's gonna take the -2 to your penalty. It's just a penalty that you have because he's using her as a human shield.
Right. So I'm just trying to do the math. So when I'm
+1 is canceling out one of the -2.
Yeah.
So, you're at a
so I get a
-1.
-1. Yeah,
You're at a
that's what I was
-1,
trying to
yep.
make sure. Yep. And then I'm going to be using blade to try and essentially like weaken his joints in some way, shape, or form. Like narratively.
Yeah, you're trying to not hit Leo, I'm assuming.
Right. So I'm yeah, exactly. I'm trying to like basically take out one of his arms or like move one of his arms so that way she
Flat
can.
blade upside of head does a lot of good.
That's true too. All right. Well, either way, it's gonna be a -1. I'm gonna cancel out that negative with another 2 points of luck, which gives me a +1. 24.
God.
Ty goes to the defender. He just moves just right.
Damn it! I should have spent 3 luck. Damn it. I was totally
Well,
debating
you
on
know
it.
what? Ty
Do we have
goes to
that
the
rule?
defender.
Do we have that?
Amazing.
It is now his turn.
Sure.
Oh, no.
He now is dealing with 2 people.
He is.
Gang up penalties.
No, it can't. Leo doesn't count for gang up penalties.
Okay.
I am using all of the Witcher combat rules like that for surround and things like that, but because he is controlling her and using her as a human shield, she can't gang up on him.
Okay.
Which would give him the advantage there is the penalty to his dodge and parry. Yeah, you want that penalty,
Time for
but
cool sword
unfortunately she needs to get out of the grapple for that to be into effect. So he's gonna Attempt non-lethal to knock Leo unconscious because he needs her.
I don't like how you said that.
19. You can still attempt to dodge. You just take a -1 because
Well,
he's
and-
controlling you.
Because
Points of-
I'm affecting him, making it hard for him. Can she get a plus? I know it's
No, because he's still got her grappled. That there isn't. You cancel each other out.
Mm,
so then the grappling bonus wouldn't count, right?
mm,
So it
I'll
would
say
just be
that he
straight
does
roll?
a straight roll. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
mm.
Good, because I was about to ask, so I just write a minus in the thing. Straight roll, okay.
Luck the what the fuck? Wait,
Is it
that's not
two
even the
again?
right thing.
What?
No, that's not even the
What
right
is
thing.
that? What
Oh,
is
that's
that? Why
escape. Dodge and escape.
No.
Oh, wait, that is the right
That
thing.
is the
what?
right
No,
thing.
but-
That is the
Right,
right
right.
thing.
But it didn't roll the d10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
rolled-
Okay. Okay. I'm like, whoa.
I'm like, what? That's
Yeah,
so low.
what is that number?
It doesn't make sense because it should be 8 plus
It is mad.
12.
It's mad.
It should be 22. It rolled the d8, but it didn't add the plus
Which
6s from the.
So,
Oh.
That's
Means you're
so
good.
Yeah, so
So
you're
if it-
22. You managed to avoid getting knocked unconscious.
Yay.
You're
That's so
still
weird.
grappled, but you are not knocked unconscious. And he's going to
Yeah.
try and he's now has half movement and he's pulling you further along the beach. Back to the top of the round.
Cool.
Death. Hi.
Hi.
What you do,
so,
Mythos?
still firing?
Yes.
I would
Okay.
over comms, like if I could. I
Yeah.
think we have comms.
I'm in the water.
I am also in the water. I mean,
I am not
these
going
comms-
to have comms.
I
in
mean,
the
I
water.
guess yeah. I mean,
I
yeah.
mean, you
I
can
didn't-
say
what kind of
something.
cybernetics you
I
have.
didn't have a choice, so I probably have it. Yeah, like.
Well, either way,
think
I
I'd
would have
be in
said
it, yeah.
Olivier has Olivier. Let's actually hold on. Olivier has Leo. Yeah. So whether you hear that or not, I don't know. But
I probably hear static, and I'm
might hear
walking
it.
towards Vantage.
You're walking towards Vantage underwater. It will take you your full round of movement because movement is halved underwater.
Well, I could possibly swim.
You can swim, I think.
Yeah, I think yes, there is swimming.
There's swimming. You can roll swimming if you want.
I will attempt to swim.
You can swim to her much faster.
Yeah, that's an
walking.
11.
Which is your full round action because, you know.
Yeah.
The guns fire, and then you hear click, 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 click. Sound. Lightning. You're breathing. Well, I need you to roll me endurance to see if you're breathing.
Okay. Endurance is. Oh, there it is. $11.
I mean, you're still breathing, but you're really out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make you run a stun save. I should have, but that's okay. You're fine. And you can see that death is there. Are you going to do anything this round?
I hear the same click,
Click, click, click. Neither of you need to roll. That definitely sounds like the sound of a machine gun continuing to fire after all of the rounds have been expended.
Mm-hmm. If Mythos is under I think Vantage could quickly dip underneath, look at him, and just point up. She'll drag herself out and kind of like make her way to where Rex, I guess, was saying too. Beach.
You're at half movement.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long way there.
Leo. Your turn.
Yeah.
He-
I am going. Go
He
ahead.
tried to hit you in the head.
I know. I'm unhappy about that. How dare they? I am gonna once again try to fight my way out of this.
Okay.
And as I'm doing so, I'm like, what? Are the family funds so low that you weren't even willing to pay the bounty? To win the bounty? Had to do it yourself? Son of a bitch.
God. Oh wait, no, that's not.
That's a 19.
That's
She needs a
19.
22.
Oh, that's 22. God.
I was so close to the 10 is the thing.
Mhm.
That was the
Oh yeah. I mean, do you have any luck? It's too late. I guess.
My business partner needed something from me, some things, and, it's just good business. Nothing personal, my dear. Just good business. Rex.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there any luck in the chat by chance?
2.
2? All right. I'm gonna try to do a thing. I'm going to so I'm a martial artist and a blade expert. So is he going to be using Leo as a human shield still?
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of advantage for him to use her as a human shield. I'm sorry.
Sure. I mean, I get it. All right. So I started at a -1. I'm going to dump in, if you guys don't mind, can I dump in the luck? Okay. So I'm just going to try to max this
Gotta
out.
get him. I'm not gonna get there anytime soon.
Yeah. Okay.
There are 2 points of luck that you're taking, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm canceling out, and I'm going to be using 4 points of luck, the last 2 of mine, and then 2 more from the pool. So it's going to be a +3. I was hoping for higher because he got a 24 last time.
Mhm.
Okay.
But he rolled
Okay.
a 20, so you do hit him this time. What is the damage on your blade?
The damage is a 4, I think, and then that's just the blade itself. And then what do I add?
No, it's the damage is 4.
The damage is just 4. Okay.
4 plus your hold on.
Reflexes or
10. Oh, you hit him in the left leg. And it's roll 2d6. Sorry, roll 2d6.
Shots.
7. So 4 and 7 is 11. Unfortunately, that does not get through his armor. He's wearing armor. You can hear it ting as you hit it that he's wearing a armor jack underneath this very nice summer aloha that he's wearing.
I feel like every bad guy that we encounter has like significantly more armor than we all have.
They spend the money on it. I'm sorry.
Fight.
I mean, we don't have a lot of money. Okay.
for yourself.
Well, no, I mean, like I haven't. Anyway, that's the inherent thing. I've never been able to buy more gear. Is what I'm trying to say.
He got cut off at a certain amount of time.
Yeah. So it didn't get through his armor at all. It's mono blade, so I thought it penetrated armor or something.
It might wait.
Is it armor penetrating?
It doesn't have that thing on it. It should have the.
I don't. It's tech level 5, so it's like super crazy. But I don't have the specs in front of me. I do have.
Wait, hold on.
It has AP.
Yeah.
It has armor piercing, which means it ignores half of his armor, so 6 of it will get through.
It's a mono sword. You should have been rolling 2 more d6.
2 more d6. Sorry.
Get him.
Sorry, where did I miss that?
Get him.
Yes!
Yeah!
There's another 11!
Take his
Yeah,
leg.
so it will take the leg. And let's see something, because I'm going to make him do it, even though I didn't make, because I forgot to make Vantage do it, but I'm still going to make him do it. Oh, he's fine. He doesn't fail his stun save. He's still up. But you do take the leg, and he will have a penalty. You will also notice that his leg is not bleeding.
Cool. That's not.
Oh.
But no, but it's the not bleeding of like a cybernetic. You took off his cybernetic leg.
Oh,
No,
not
I mean, but
not an
it's-
android. He's not an android.
okay,
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
"God
I was
damn
about
it."
to say we've got trauma. We've got trauma of this android.
Look, last time you told us not to worry about androids. The whole place was androids.
And the androids
like,
were
oh.
bleeding. I want to point out the androids
Yes,
were
yes.
bleeding.
I think you could see all of our faces when we said it wasn't. We're like, God damn.
No, it's a cybernetic leg. You can hear the
Yeah.
crackle and see it, and it's a cybernetic leg.
There is most definitely a like a movement where Calyx is like brought in front and Rex goes around and just like slashes in kind of a full roundhouse slash, and the leg falls clean off with the monoblade, like as if just cut right through like butter.
Death.
Mhm. It's time to carry lightning.
Yes. And you have
as-
certain enhancements that would prevent you from losing
she's
that half
not-
movement, don't you? Don't you have the advanced musculature?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay, sorry. Why did I think you had?
No,
I'm-
I have super regen and the ability to not breathe.
There's that.
Uh,
Sorry, I thought you had gotten the advanced.
Also, you have been just perfectly fine in this.
I BioWare.
Yeah.
I don't do cyberware. I do BioWare because
Yes, I'm sorry. I
I'm
forgot.
snobbish.
I forgot. It's Virgil who has the advanced musculature, and
yeah.
So-
It's Wally. Yeah. But no.
yep.
Um.
So what we're gonna do as you carry lightning, we're going to fade so that everyone can be in the same place, and you hear the click, 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 as the mech that's still standing technically in the beach because it didn't need to actually walk all the way up to
Yeah.
explodes. You don't need to worry about the shrapnel, it's far enough out. But you are carrying lightning as you come up on this scene of Rex taking Olivier's leg. Leo, you now have a +3 to your roll to break the grapple.
Come on, Leo.
Get him.
Sure hope for it, huh? Hand to
Gotta make.
hand.
It's gonna
Plus
count.
3.
It's gonna count.
17.
However, because he did get injured and it was kind of a bad injury, I'll make him roll again. But it's a
Oh.
20.
Me.
I did make him roll again.
No, I know. It's just like the dice. It's the
Yeah,
way
the dice. It's the
are.
dice.
Oh,
This man has
Yeah.
strange priorities.
I know. It's like the next
money.
one's going for the other leg. I mean, I'm just gonna take it.
So
out.
he's going to try, and he's a little off balance, but he's still pretty balanced in a way that's a little intriguing.
He's got tripod.
No, you
No,
don't
I'm
need to
talking
roll.
I'm talking about Calyx and him.
Well, there is
Anyway,
that.
whatever.
There is that. Actually, you can feel Calyx would feel a little bit more
Yeah,
of his weight. is-
that's why you had the +3s, because he has to use you for weight balance. Anyway, whatever.
He's gonna shift again to try and shift you and pull you along. It's much slower going, and he's at quarter speed at the moment.
Give it up, Olivier. Leave her be.
Oh, bugger off. And he's going to try and shoot with his offhand Rex. He's not as good at shooting as he is at stabbing, however. Out of curiosity, Rex, what is your reflexes?
9.
Oh, cool. You can attempt to dodge this. Ah, shit.
all right. I've got a chance.
what is the cutoff not to be like dodging?
You have to have above an 8 or above.
Oh, okay.
I'm using cyberpunk rules there. It's a 8 or above to dodge bullets.
Ah, sweet.
Uh,
Dodge those bullets.
where is it? Combat reflexes. Perfect.
Yeah,
Dodge?
Here, it's dodge escape. There it is.
Dodge escape.
There was no way that I was gonna not dodge that.
I mean,
So I think it's like literally just like the monoblade sidestep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
cool.
Your turn, sir.
I say. So you've chosen death.
You hear a death sneeze in the background.
He confused with those for like a split second.
Well, he's changed his name, so he's no longer death. All right. Anyway. Yeah. Right.
Get him.
24.
Oh, good. Get him. Whatever.
He does have a penalty now because you took his leg.
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's 4d6.
Oh.
14 plus 4, 18.
Oh.
Ignoring half armor.
And where does it hit? I don't know how that works.
Yeah. It's roll.
There's a chart.
There's a chart. It's a 7. You hit him literally in the other leg. It's like you went for one and then the other.
I told you I was gonna.
It's what you
like
called.
the Black
And
Knight. And
this one does not take off his leg. The armor is good enough that it stays up.
I've taken him at the kneecap. No, I've basically.
You see he's bleeding now. He is
Yeah.
damaged
Oh.
and he is hurt, but he is not. It's not enough of it went through his armor.
Soon you won't be able to walk away from this. Let her go.
Neither will you. I believe it is Death's turn.
I'll be right back. I'm going to gingerly put lightning down.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to run towards this confrontation.
Are you going to charge?
Sure.
Cool. That's going to be a very important point in a moment.
I'm drawing the sword.
Please describe for the audience at home what this sword looks like.
We're at this point. He's met with his brothers. It's the bastard sword. It's the hand and a half.
Hand and a half bastard sword that's just, a nice long flat blade that kills a lot of people.
And yeah, it's just a quick charge. I mean, the guy's got half a leg to stand on.
Mm-hmm. It does give him a penalty, and you will give him a bigger penalty because technically this will count as a gang up, which means I get a penalty for a -1 because it's
Multiple of us.
hold on, please. I need to check. I'm pulling up the other book because there's a math I'm going to have to do in a second. Because
Math in this game?
yes,
Yeah,
because it is a special. There is. Look, I'm not going to do that because that's not part of the roll.
Square that.
Okay, so, well, no, it's a very important thing because there's a chart I have to find. Here we go. It is an important thing that happens. Where's the stupid... Here it is. Okay, here we go. Ha ha ha. Because it's based on your size of the person who's charging, which is a very important thing. He manages to... Oh no, crap, I didn't take the extra penalty.
Minuses.
He's... Do you want to spend 1 point of luck?
I'm out.
Isn't there one I just put in the chat? Oh no.
No.
No, that was...
Hey, what?
Anyone want to put one in the chat real quick? Just
I mean...
I'm out.
Oh no.
all I'm saying.
Look.
I'm out. Like, it is perfectly fine for a Freeman to, at the last second, like, head snaps back as what was going to be the closest shave he was ever going to receive.
Wait, hold on. You're
he gets out of
calling the
the way.
headshot? Does any other member of the party have any luck left? I will let you
Yes.
accept luck from the member of the party.
Yes.
You literally
Okay.
need 1 with his penalty.
Yes.
All right.
Because I want to do the math on the charge here. Because this will be dope.
Also, I think it's very fitting.
It is. It'll look very cinematic, and it's the season finale.
Yeah.
So, we'll because with the penalties that he gets for being the gang up and the damage and what he would have gotten for the fact that it's a charge, he would have been tied with you at 17. So you only needed 1 point of luck. So what does this look like as you take this gentleman's head off?
It's not a pure decapitation.
Ooh.
That would be too close to Leo.
Mm.
Instead, it is a blade with speed and weight, as right above the eyebrows
Oh.
takes the top part of his head clean off.
Okay, because here's the thing. Your blade is also a 4d6 blade, correct?
No, mine's a 2d6.
Okay, 2d6. Doesn't matter. It's 2d6, and you're a human,
Mm-hmm.
and charge, and you did your full round movement to do so, so it's a ×3 because
Wait,
of a charge.
Oh shit.
If he was on a horse, it'd be ×6.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you rolled. Well, I rolled crap for you. You should roll for yourself.
Damn.
there we go.
9 times
27.
3 is a 27. You will take his head off, the top of his head off.
No, part of the half of it.
Yep. And you will kill Olivier Freeman, and you will see a giant. As the body falls, you see the smoking hulk of a shattered
Mech.
mech. And behind you, coming up behind you, in a very waterlogged and slightly damaged looking suit, is Duncan, where you can see a couple blood marks. He's also carrying a number of data pads. I believe that's our ride, as he points to Delaney, because I did promise that Delaney would be here in 2 rounds.
Cool. Yay.
Indeed.
Did you, as I'm cleaning off the blood off of me as best as I can, did you manage to find the list?
I didn't check, but I pulled all of the data, all of the information sources in their rooms as I could.
Same. I got what I could, but the gunfire fight. Actually, what was the result of my programming check?
You found the list and Death's name. You also found a bunch of other names.
Okay. I also
About
found...
7,000.
Jesus Christ. I also found a list. Whether it's the list we want, we'll soon find out.
So as Delaney's
Out
gonna,
of here.
yeah, Delaney's gonna come down on the beach and pull like right next to, and you see that she's moving. That bounce isn't there anymore. And
Okay.
she settles right next to you.
Excellent.
The 5 of you can get on board
Mm-hmm.
and fly away as you
Well,
see
Yeah,
a
full on evac.
fire erupt at this beautiful resort.
Oh boy, we should not go to no more weddings.
No
More
more
weddings.
weddings.
It's a fiery wedding. Every wedding is fiery. Wait, where's the groom?
There.
Don't think Xavier's here. I think they've all been absconded already.
So this is all a trap.
Kidnapping and corporate assassination, yes.
Par for the course.
And as we see this drop ship take off into the black,
I just have a visual like as like we're flying off, strapping in, you just see the mono blade. I don't know if this is actually how it works, but I'm just like imagining it vibrating and the blood and ichor from the cybernetics just like falls off and evaporates.
well, not evaporate, falls onto the floor, and you're gonna
Falls on the floor or whatever. It vibrates off, basically.
vibrates off. Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought that was cool visual.
There'll be a moment where Duncan will grab a rag and toss it to Mythos. And attention will start to be paid. Delaney will plot course and then come out to start applying medical treatment to Lightning. But as we see, you know, in this pan from across the seating area of the five of you, and Delaney applying medical attention, we see it pan further back through the dropship, through the mechs, out behind, through the exhaust. You just see this image as this kind of pan falls through the black. It turns into a field of stars seen through a window as a beautiful woman in a gorgeous dress sips a glass of champagne and watches just the star field behind the ship that she's riding in. And that's where we're going to end the season for tonight. How we all doing? How we all feeling? We went a little over. I'm sorry.
Good.
But I
Very
wanted...
spicy.
It was spicy?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going into any more weddings.
No more.
I voted
No
to
more.
go on the yacht.
I
Look,
did
I wanted
too.
to do the thing. I was like, weddings, we've done that already. Let's go on the
I know.
We got the list though. I mean, it's not like
That's true.
we got the list.
We did get the list. We did get what we were looking for.
Successful. It did. It did.
I'm impressed that I was able to roll well enough, because like that was
Yeah, that's a tough number. That
was.
That's a huge number.
Mm-hmm.
I had some big numbers that were just right. It's like you know when the dice just say, "You got this, bro. You got this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was indeed. But we should go around, let everyone share some love, share some joy, share where we can find you all over the course of the week. And then I'll go last, because I get to share fun things. But why don't we start with, we'll go in the same order we started with. So we start with Lynn. Hello, Lynn. How are you? How'd you feel at the end of this season?
Oh, that was good. I love it. This was great. I am gonna miss this game for a little bit. Have everybody, but I'm glad everyone survived a whatever, like this catastrophic wedding, and we got what we needed to. No more weddings, ever.
I think was that Vantage's first battle wound?
It's the first time she got hit, ever, I think, so far. I am glad I dodged 6 other bullets, though. I'm really that was, I mean, it
only took a Gatling gun to hit you, so, you know, I think you did pretty
An
good.
anti-personnel mech Gatling to hit you.
Yeah.
pretty fast.
Yeah, and you only got hit once.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, you only got hit
maybe
once.
a cyber leg. I don't know.
Yeah, you get a brand new cyber leg. You can decide what you want to put in it.
Yeah.
I know a really great doctor who can help you.
You and Rustlin can shop, because I'm certain he's going to have
God.
opinions.
No.
Literally
We're gonna have
the
words.
first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, she'll match Rustlin now.
Yeah. After that, she got some words. She's got to tell me that, you know, you're wanted in a thing, and didn't tell me, but, you know, we'll get that patched up.
Look, depending on what
Possibility.
happens here,
Yeah.
I would love to see kind of like montage epilogue of what like the you two go on a little shopping trip and.
Yeah.
We
this is
will
great,
have
man.
to see. But where can we find you, Lynn? All that good stuff.
Oh, hey, you can find everything I'm doing on Gremlin Art pretty much everywhere. Twitter, Instagram. Doing a lot of art. Very busy, so there's gonna be probably a lot more coming out, including a bunch of that I did for Ampersano, the stream on D&D Jordan Lee. And you can catch me next. Actually, tomorrow is gonna be a premiere for on Girls Run These Worlds for Claws of Calspena, which is gonna be a spooky D&D game on a Monday. And there's a few other things that are gonna be in August. Late July and August are gonna be busy. Got some one thing I'm happy about. Got some vampire in the near future, so excited.
Good indeed. And check all of that out. I realize I have to fix the bot command for Lynn because I used your old Twitter handle, and that's my fault, and I'll fix that in the future. Also, I realized finally after the end of this season that I never changed the Twitter handle on the overlay.
Oh,
well,
I didn't know you
I'm
was
a professional.
It's okay. I think it's still like crosses over and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it does if you find it.
Yeah.
But that leads then to directly underneath Lynn. Hey Eddie, how are you? How are you feeling? All that good stuff. Share some love.
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just scraping by with Rex. Once again being able to show off their dope blade skills, so that was fun. Yeah, I mean, I think this session was one where everything was coming to a head, and I love that in the end we were able to come together and make sure Leo didn't get taken away. Still don't know if that was like what their intention was. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you can find me at Pixelnator on most things. I may actually start streaming, so keep an eye out on my Twitch streaming there. Probably do a little bit of live coding, so if you want to learn some coding skills or just watch me hack away on some projects, and then also some indie games that I play on. We were talking about some of our favorites. So yeah, just keep an eye on the Twitch. Follow me there at Pixelnator, and then on Twitter.
Indeed. And then jumping over to PB. Hey PB, how you doing? How you feeling? How's life going for you? You avoided getting kidnapped.
I was just like, what is the deal with these people just wanting to kidnap the Mitsley sisters? Like, what's the vibe here? What about us just says kidnap me, I'm doing well. You can find me at PB Plays Inside pretty much everywhere. I'm most active on Twitter, and I am streaming over on my channel at PB Plays Inside. Though I mostly do Destiny 2 streaming there, and the occasional collab with some friends. Aside from that, man, let me tell you, the image, I imagine the mech coming out of the water, kind of like in Rambo. And you just come straight out. That's exactly what I imagined, except with the machine gun first. So that was so cool. Very, very big fan of that visual. Except instead of a really dark and muddy, forest, it was out in the beautiful beach. What once was a very beautiful beach. Aside from that, loved all the interactions all around the board, but I really did. I love just Lynn, how you play being the younger sibling, because that it leads to such beautiful moments like the one where you were relating with the other brother,
Lucius.
and it's just it's just you didn't want to be here, huh? It's like, no, neither did I. It's like, so this is awkward, huh? No, yeah, absolutely. That conversation was the best. I loved it. I was obsessed, and I'm very excited to see what comes next from everyone.
Will be interesting to see. It will indeed. But I guess the last last but never least, the Hey Pope. How are you?
Hey.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Thank you very much. I can safely say this now. This is my favorite actual play since Sunset City, so that should be high praise for all of y'all. No, this has been absolutely fantastic. I love these characters. I love this story so damn much. Just between the emotional roller coaster poor Lightning has been through this entire season, between family troubles, finding out the love of your life has a bounty on his head, and just all of our bullshit and having to cope with it. It has been an insane and amazing journey to see this young woman tread those waters. And then Rex, like, going back and forth from being our lovable goofball to our spy master, essentially. Like, he's our 007. And going back and forth, saving the day at the last second, getting the missions done. Like, no, like, Rex is this world's John McClane. Just a little less grumpy. And then Leo PB, I absolutely adore the conflict between these two characters. It is so deserved, and it makes absolute sense, and it has been an absolute joy to play off of you.
Absolutely,
and
Sam.
give this character like reasons to dole things out slowly, and then those reasons blowing up in his face, which is a beautiful story, especially for who this character is based, and how it all plays out. No, this has been an absolute joy, and thank you, Prax, for weaving this insane tale all together. Taking all these backstories, taking the challenge of all of it, layering it, having this world be so alive, living, breathing, and to do it all with actually adding a second group. Like, that's also crazy badass, and you should be lauded for it. As for myself, if you want to see more of my ridiculous phase, again, number of opportunities. Coming up next is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern over on Balrog 1911. We continue on with some Castle Punk in Brinkwood, Blood of Tyrants. So if you want to see me play someone just as awful, but in a completely different setting, please tune in for that. And that one is doing fundraising for American Cancer Research. We'd love to have you. And then there's a few things on the back burner, and then after there's going to be stuff. So definitely check out the Twitter with Pope World Build, and be back here Wednesday for more Zweihander. Tom Grant is also a delightful and incredible storyteller in a dark and perilous world, and has, between Prax and Tom, has given me the opportunity to play a dwarf again. And that, if you know anything about me, is a lifelong joy. So I get to be fantasy me, as cantankerous and rude as possible. So, and given the state of the world, that is an amazing release. And it's also an incredibly good chat. So definitely please tune in for that. I believe that's at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. And till next time, as the world continues to turn in strange ways, be kind to yourselves and one another. See you soon.
Thank you indeed, everyone. I appreciate that. I really do. As for me, what? Oh yeah.
No, I just wanted to say real quick. I want to echo what Pope said, because I didn't give enough love to Prax and everyone else. You all have been great. It's been so much fun to play with you all. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll say that as well. And specifically, Pope, you did it.
God damn it, Pope!
It was great.
Yeah.
Delightfully
haunted and
unlikable
just having
character.
to
I
do
love it.
Yes,
Great.
yes. We
But-
love to hate you.
Okay, so here's where I get to throw something in and why I kind of tweaked the rules, and you know what? I let it happen because I wanted it to happen. But here's the thing. I needed that cinematic anime moment of everyone else, and particularly being pissed at death the entire end of the season, and Leo just being full on hate you so much, and it being death to come in and kill the guy who's trying to kidnap her. I needed that moment. I did. Because
It's too anime.
it's too anime. It's too perfectly anime. The only way it could have been better is if she had come in and saved him, but that wasn't going to happen because the way things had happened.
Also, it was
no,
like,
but it was even more perfect just because of Rex going, so you have chosen death.
Yeah, and then death shows up.
yes. Oh, I didn't even
Yes.
think about that. That was so true.
I was like, there are too many perfect moments that this kind of combines into.
Oh God.
But I have been I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I at Deirdre on Twitter, or Praxagorthesmia4. You see me around on Twitch. Hey, if you've missed out on any of the season and you want to catch up on the VODs, there's a YouTube. You should check it out. I need to update a couple things, but it's there. I need to add Zweihander, that's what it is. And we're moving and grooving. As for me, we will be back tomorrow for the second part of our weekend of finales with the season 3 finale of Witcher Roads Home. And if you thought these were disaster emotional individuals,
Wait, they're worse than us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I should just tell you that, so you know how there's always that joke in D&D where the line was, I didn't ask, the wizard player says, I didn't ask what the dimensions of the room were, I say I cast Fireball.
Oh no.
Witcher is worse because there's a spell called, which is like even worse than Firestorm, because it can literally be 75-meter radius. 75-meter radius, and goes for 2d10 rounds
Oh my
of
gosh.
balls of fire that will hit that location.
Wow. That's
They're in a forest.
In summer.
cool.
I mean, it won't be for much longer. I don't think with that.
It'll be
Yeah.
a nice wasteland.
So I was gonna say,
here soon.
like Smokey the Bear is only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah, and each of them, there's a 75% chance that if you get hit, you will light yourself on fire. It's great. It's a
Good.
great spell that somebody decided to cast in a location, and it's still... but that's and now that they have to go on the road to Mahakam, and they have to go through Kagan and somebody's ex-boyfriend who may or may not have possibly been possessed by an evil wizard at various points during their relationship, is in that town. It's complicated.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yep. I love Crit's comment. I don't think they moved far enough away personally. We'll see. But that's tomorrow. And then on Wednesday so that's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we get to have Zweihander the Long Retreat. I will just say it is the joy of what happens when you have 2 dwarves, an ogre, and a battle nun try and be personable to folks. It's not great. But we'll find out more on Wednesday. And other than that, check my Twitter because I suppose where I'm going to be. The fun, wonderful, fabulous folks like all of these that I get to hang out with. Something is going to be announced in the next couple of days. I can't say yet. That's going to happen on in the next couple of days, and I can then will be doing. And then something else might be announced in the very near future. For those of you who've been paying attention, I am going to be working on this small little project. I'm actually going to go back to D&D for a little bit and see what happens. But that will check my Twitter because those announcements will be coming soon. And until next time, everybody, we should send some love to somebody because, we do that. We share our love and responsibility and care with the wider world that's out there, and sometimes it works and sometimes we cry. But raid, who is out there that we can raid? Well, we can go raid Weave the Tail. Let's go raid Weave the Tail. Send them some love. They're playing, what are they playing? Oh,
Necrobiotic, I believe.
oh, Necrobiotic, yeah. All right, let's send them some love. Have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody. Bye-bye.